Hello, hello, hello. Let's get back to this. Continuing the panel from this morning. That song stays stuck in my head quite often throughout the day. The days. They should release it on like a streaming single or something. And there's a ton of free, like copyright free music out there I could use. I could always change the track or update it. I'm just caught on it. It's catchy. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I guess I'll wait for a few people to get here. I want to promote some channels today. There's several channels I've been following lately that I think are doing some great work. Um, they do panels. They have a lot of kind of conversations that I try to have here. Cover some of the same topics. I think they're all fine additions to the network. The first one I want to promote is Blizzy Blind Furry, the blind spot. In fact, he's live now. Um, he shares practical tips and insight on personal growth, awareness. He's trying to help himself and others become better people and connect with each other better. And so it sounds exactly like what we're trying to do here. And I watched some of his stream this morning, and I think this guy is solid. So check him out, give him a like, subscribe. We also have our old friends in Australia. Well, not old, because being Gen X myself, our whatever, they've been around for a little while. Just Us. Um, he has like a men's channel. He has a little men's group down in Australia, and they're trying to connect with other channels like this that are doing men's content. And so if you haven't, he does panels frequently too. If you haven't checked him out, give him a like and subscribe. And our Kane at Kane's Catharsis, he did a 12-hour stream last night. He and Jack Darko had a really nice conversation. You can check that out. And so he's been doing a lot of streaming. He's trying to get his channel growing. So uh, take a look at those. That's kind of what I've been looking at lately. And we have our first guest today. I'm pretty sure that's you, but just to be safe, I'm gonna use the overlay. Hello there.
Hello.
Is that our
Wait,
little
is my
Norwegian
mic working?
friend? Huh?
I think, yeah, okay, it's working.
Yep. What's going on?
Uh, I was just playing a game. I saw you were online, so I thought I'd just join and, you know, be able
Ah.
to multitask even better.
Oh, while you play the game?
Yeah, because, another friend, he didn't, he was too busy to talk, and I need to fulfill my
Oh.
social side in some way, shape, or form, because, I didn't have school today. Uh,
Oh, is it a holiday or something? Or it
No,
snowed?
no. It's just the lecturer who doesn't speak Norwegian, so I'm not attending.
Oh, it's the one you just don't go to.
Yeah.
Um, what's interesting? What are you missing if you skip this one, or what else about some other class if it's more interesting?
I'm missing a bit on developmental psychology, which
A lot of
is
people are
interesting, but I'm not that interested
in the
in,
nurture part.
yeah, or overall generally in just child development. I'm more interested in cognition as it is in people, and how it evolved is more a tool or a method to understand cognition in general. I'm not interested in child development specifically, only as in how it relates to general cognition. But
How it relates to what?
general cognition,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So you separate cognition from its genesis because it's so much a big part of the story.
yeah. Maybe it's the way the class is structured. It's not. It's just doesn't hit the spot. But I have a question. I noticed you have a a new little description underneath your name. I have
Oh yeah,
I
that's
didn't
my. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know you had a website. Did you make it
Well,
recently or?
no, that's why I see. I'm glad I put it. I said I'm gonna put it there today and just try and see. Um, I actually started the website, I think, before the channel. That was my practice. I worked on it for almost a year trying to get it up and running to help men and neurodivergent men because they're a very underserved population in the mental health
Yeah.
industry. And so after I did this, I tried to grow it and get clients, but because I'm private pay, it's a little harder to grow clients. And so in the meantime, I started the channel, and all my energy and focus, like that's where all the action was happening. So I kind of just put this to the side and focused on the channel. But I do want to tie the two together because it's all the same type of work. And so
Hmm.
if what I do, I'm a peer counselor for men or neurodivergent people, and if you do want any kind of one-on-one sessions or consulting with me, and I do give a free consultation initially so we could talk over your issues. Um, if you put your YouTube name and let me know from your channel, I will give you a discount on my services. So I'm trying to promote that part of what I do as well. I'm trying to just get better at marketing and self-promotion in general.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's what that's about.
do you uh yesterday I realized there were you didn't or last time we talked you didn't know a lot of Discord's features, but you can do the same in Discord. You can add your services or links or channels or whatever as a part of your Discord user.
Like
Uh,
the profile.
yeah, the profile.
I
If you
think I
look at,
have. I think I do have it in there,
let me check.
or I had at one point. View full bar. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay,
My
yeah,
channel, my Twitter, and my website.
okay, nice. Yeah, because I
In
have the
fact,
same.
I had a whole separate Discord that was a men's mental health Discord that was kind of tied into the website, but it didn't get used a lot. And the current one is so much more active. I'm just gonna keep everything in one place. I'm
Yeah, no,
trying to
me too.
centralize all my different projects. So, did you? What are you skipping about developmental?
Uh, a lot. It seems. Actually,
You
no.
just gotta catch up on your own.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, to some extent, the level of knowledge that they present is either really intuitive, so people just know it, they just don't know the theories for it, or it's something that I have already sort of had. Because even now, in personality psychology, it's not too different. It's not that much more complicated than what they presented in high school. Now, of course, it is more complicated. It is much more, but it's not radically different. And so
So
I
it's
haven't
just
really.
like a little remedial, and then
Yeah,
um, I don't know, another layer in.
I think that's the point though, because I know that you can, of course, you can take a grade. I don't know if I talked to a friend in the Philippines, and apparently they don't have this, but you can take just a single year and get your points from that, and that's considered like a year's degree. You know,
Like,
there's a level underneath a bachelor.
well, we
That
have associates, which is actually what I have. I went to school for 4 years for a 2 year degree, but we have what's called an associate that you can get in 2 years, or sometimes they have community colleges or technical schools where you can graduate with a 2 year degree that lets you practice something.
yeah, yeah. So
So
basically,
mine ended up being in technology, and it's a 2 year associate's degree.
so kind of the same thing, just a step below a
Yeah.
bachelor. But
But
the
we don't
reason,
have a year degree unless I guess like somebody works really hard and does the two
yeah,
year program within a year.
the reason I'm bringing this up is because that degree they have the same year as the first year of the bachelor. It's identical except philosophy, which we must have because that's a necessity for all bachelors. But it's basically the same. So what it seems that like is this first year is meant for people who maybe didn't actually pursue psychology and just have it has it as an extra, so they didn't do it in high school, and it's more basic, and the second year and third year and the masters, of course, it becomes much more complicated. I hope.
Yeah, that's how kind of it is here. The first 2 years are your basics. They're recapitulating high school and maybe preparing you for advanced classes, but it's really at the higher levels, like I guess junior and senior, and then the graduate level that the really like substantive stuff happens.
I just hope it can get, I wouldn't say complicated, but niche enough. I do like me the niche side of
You might need like enrichment outside of what they are. I'm sure it will. Like at the higher in a year or so, year or two, it should get more interesting to
yeah.
you. But right now, you might just have to supplement on your own with extracurricular. Like,
Yeah.
hey
That
Moose, what's up?
What's
I
going
was
on?
thinking about panel hopping. I was gonna maybe drop by your stream and practice panel
Well,
hopping. What's
no,
going on?
I saw you were live, and I said just us. I said Chris, I don't do this. I don't stream when my boys live, so I'm gonna have to cut this short.
Oh my God, I'm a Satanist feeling guilt right now.
No, it's fine.
I
There's
would
nothing to
not
feel
have done
guilty
if I
about.
knew that that was going to cause you to shut your. I would never have started this.
Well,
We're gonna have to like work that out because I don't want to.
no,
I don't
it's
want to
totally
I
fine. I
don't
looked up
because
and I
we're gonna
saw.
all end up streaming at the same time at some point anyway. So I'm very forgiving of that kind of stuff.
What do you? No, there's no like, there's nothing. There's no issue. It was
Because
just
you
like,
no I'm not saying there is. I feel bad that you stopped yours. Is what I'm saying. Like
no, I
I
mean, I
didn't want
feel
you
like
to do
he
that.
came over to my house and I was like, all right, cool. We hung out for an hour. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, I got the call. We're going over to Jeff's house. Let's go over to Jeff's house. So,
Because y'all were having a particular type of conversation that
oh, we
doesn't
were
really
just
get to
lost in
happen on here. And
space.
I was actually going to send people to you that wanted those kind of conversations. I was going to say Moose is streaming right now, and they're talking about that kind of stuff.
We're talking about crazy shit over there. We were talking about just outer space and shit. No, I mean, there's no. It was just talking. I'm making chili and we're just fucking shooting the shit. That's all it
Oh,
was.
cool.
There's nothing I mean, I don't want to diminish like the conversation value. You know, I enjoyed the conversation with him, but like when it comes down to it, I don't give a shit whether the Earth is round, flat, or square. I don't give a fuck. Like
You
that
just
shit
making
doesn't
chili.
bother me. I'm just making chili, man. I'm just trying to make a good chili.
Hey, Sam. Well, welcome. You know, you have a seat here, so
Thank
good
you.
to see you.
And our boy Dolbs is here again. That's the
Yeah,
man.
he's in psychology. He's a freshman in psychology. He tells us about some of his courses, and I know you had an interest in psychology at one point too.
Oh yeah, I love psychology. I love those classes. I actually in one of my classes I did a presentation on the psychology of evil and my teacher was gonna flunk me, but like I totally convinced her that like I just totally convinced her. I was like, how the fuck could you flunk me? Like
I could see you saying that.
I gave you all the fucking like the evidence and shit that you possibly could want to like, you know, prove that
Self
there is a
advocacy.
psychology of people that are evil, like narcissistic traits and all that kind of stuff. Like there is, you know, you can. It's scientific. You can pinpoint evil. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
evil exists. It's a real thing. It is in humans. It is.
So
Whether they
I
call it
shared them an
sociopathy,
X with E.
psychopathy, what, it is a real thing. What? Why
Imagine
did she
that.
want to fail you?
Oh, because it was like she, you know, it was just one of those things that she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is my project. This is what I'm doing my project on.
So
Get
just the
over it."
topic alone is
The psychology of evil. Yeah.
that seems evil to me of
Well,
her.
because I used the Stanford experiment, and then I used that other I think it's the Milgram, the one where they shock them,
Oh
and I
yeah.
used that experiment, and I don't exactly understand why it was wrong, you know, and so I had to like fight
Yeah,
because
me too. I would have been in that dean's office too.
and, and the thing was that my group members didn't they didn't help at all. Like I did the whole project myself, and so I think that's where she kind of like wanted to fail us because it was a group project and I did it all.
Oh, well, that she should give you extra grade, not fail you. Like you're a one man group.
I was lucky, dude. She was like she was a, what do you call it? Like one of those like teachers that had just gotten like, she was in the middle of a divorce. She was super hot. She was super young, and I think she thought,
You think
she
there was
either
some
took pity
bias?
on me. Yeah,
Her
she either took
implicit,
pity on me or
explicit bias.
there was definitely bias, bro. There was bias. I know when a teacher has
So
bias.
everything they accuse white people of doing to black people, she was doing to you.
Yeah, she wanted the dick. I get it. I don't
Oh,
know. Now I'm gonna get
oh,
clipped for that. I'm gonna get clipped for that. Now it's going down. No, I know that there was some kind of like, there was different treatment for me than there was for everybody, and there was a few children or people in the class that had different treatment, and you could tell. You know,
that's
it's
not supposed to happen, or at least they're supposed to not evaluate
well,
based
I
on that,
think that
even
maybe
if they
she
have
thought
it.
we were the retarded kids, right? And she was like, well, these guys need extra help graduating, so I'm going to help them graduate. And it was like, I thought I did a good project.
It sounds good, especially if you went into actual clinical topics like narcissism, sociopathy, the dark triad, Machiavellianism.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Psychology 101, so what do you expect?
I expect better psychology from the teacher, but I guess maybe not today.
I don't know what to expect from teachers anymore.
I
Like
don't
I
either.
try not to expect anything from them, and I've been blown away by some of the teachers I've had in my life. Like some really amazing people that have changed my life. And then I've had some teachers that like they changed my life in another way because they just talk shit, right? They're like, one teacher's like, "Oh, you're gonna be working at fucking McDonald's for the
Are
rest of your
you
life."
serious? I can't imagine telling a kid that.
And you know what I said? I said, "You're probably gonna be stuck here in this shitty classroom for the rest of your life, and you're gonna fucking die here probably." That's what I said. That's the kind of child I was. I fucking, I had respect for people until they were fucking douchebags. You know?
Yeah, me too. That seems normal. Like even animals, like if you, as long as you're nice to it, they're gonna like you. And the minute you hit it or abuse it, then it's gonna like not want to go near you anymore.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm making chili and I'm forgetting ingredients, folks.
Oh,
Getting all hyped up over here.
You gotta be better.
beans.
You just gotta improve.
Do
I
y'all have
gotta improve,
chili in
bro.
Norway?
Oh,
Uh,
1 cup of beer.
by chili, I presume you don't just mean the sort of spice. You mean like a dish or something?
Yeah, the dish.
Yeah, I have no idea what that dish
You don't
is.
know what chili is? Like that you put on hot dogs? It's like a
What?
beef.
Have you ever seen Sonic the Hedgehog?
Chili is just it's just a pepper. It's
No.
a spicy pepper.
Oh my.
No.
Okay. This is good. This is cultural exchange. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. No, this is chili. Um, y'all don't. I forget. Y'all don't have like McDonald's and real Coke. I forgot to. It's ground beef, beans. It's a seasoning. It's like Texas. Texas is famous for it. It's probably, I don't, maybe an American dish, southwestern.
Could you send a Wikipedia link? Because then I can
Sure.
swap to the Norwegian Wikipedia and see what we call if
Well,
we
Moose
did
is
it.
making. He could show you some live chili. Hey, Zat.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up?
Oh, Daisy. Can anyone hear us? She's saying she's having audio.
So pretty soon Norway is going to be having chili cook-offs, right?
Yo,
Maybe.
thanks to the Gen X Jeff show.
Maybe we
Let's see.
are. I mean, I did just make some American. What is it called? Pot stew or thingy a few days ago. So maybe now it's time to make chilies.
It's
But
really easy, and here they They have the
Should
chili
have noticed,
kit
by
that
the
you
way.
buy in the store with all the seasoning and the mixes. All you supply is the meat, the tomato sauce. That's funny, Combat. Welcome. Zat, what's up?
Not much there.
Zatoichi, welcome to the chili cook-off.
Here, let me put your channel, Zat. I saw you playing guitar earlier.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Is it chili con carne or
Yeah, yeah.
Cincinnati chili?
No, it's chili con carne.
Okay. That do we even?
Oh, sorry, I sent you the search result.
We just this food is considered Tex-Mex
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
us
They
Norwegians.
also put it on hot dogs. Like hot chili and hot dogs. And then growing up at the games and stuff, they would cut open a bag of Frito Lays and they would plop some chili on top with a plastic spoon and serve it to you at the concession stand. It was called a chili pie. And those were popular.
It looks real
And then you'd
good
eat
though.
it out the bag.
Man, making my mouth water. Fucking delicious. Try that with some hot Cheetos, man. Oh,
Yeah, I do too. That's one of my go-tos at Mexican restaurants. Fajitas and taco salads. That's how I evaluate a Mexican restaurant.
When I was hanging out with some friends years ago, it was the end of the season for peppers, and they got like all these different hot peppers from this farmer, and they made venison chili, and I'll never forget it, man. It was so good. It was just spicy enough, and it just was great.
I bet.
dude,
But
in Mexico, every year is a chili cook-off in our little town. And the first year I went down there, there was these guys who brought bison, elk, and some other thing, bear meat or something, and they made a wild game chili.
Oh,
Holy moly, dude!
I want to taste
Oh, it was. I mean, you take one bite of it, man, and it was like having like a soup of the gods.
I bet bison chili would be good. I know the burgers
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah, dude. I had a bison burger for the first time, like I don't know, 3 weeks ago. It was bomb. It was
They're
great.
so good. It's like a hamburger, but better.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
tastier.
just so much better. I mean, dude, have you seen a bison? It's just so much manlier.
Than a cow.
So much more stoic. I mean, I want my fucking meat to come from a champion, not some like mo.
Well,
Yeah.
we made our Chad herbivores extinct. We're just left with the cows, but we used to have the aurochs. But apparently, Native Americans are better at not making the big Chad herbivores extinct.
Hmm.
At the fair this last weekend, there was these horses that were fucking giant, bro, giant, like Amish horses, and then like there were oxen, and these oxen were pulling like thousands of pounds of like stone, right? And then you see these like giant horses walk right next to these oxen that are carrying like 4,000 pounds, right? And you're like, it's so small. These oxen are so small compared to these giant fucking horses. Have you seen these giant horses, folks?
I've seen
What,
the
like,
Clydesdales. They used to have them at the fairs. The
yeah, those are
Dude,
Budweiser
big.
horses.
they're huge.
Yeah, they were.
They're fucking huge. Like I can't. Like I'm standing
And they'd
straight
just be
up.
there in the crowd. Like you
You
could
know,
go walk. They didn't have them roped off or anything. They would just be standing around.
they're so gentle, dude. They're so cool. I think horses are like one of the coolest animals.
Yeah, I'm scared of a horse. I tried to ride one once, and they can sense if you're nervous, and if you don't have that rapport, like if you can't build that rapport with the horse, you're not gonna be able to ride it effectively. And I couldn't do that, and it bucked me, and I got scared. I never got on again. Because I know I'm not going to be able to establish that with the horse, whether it's autism or whatever, and so I'm too nervous being on them.
Maybe you're just racist against horses.
Maybe it is. Maybe they sense
You're
the evil in me.
you're speciest.
It's either that or Jeff's afraid of how big they are.
They are. They're too like a dog. I can handle it. If it gets out of control, I don't get that. A horse is big, and if I say or do the wrong thing, it's worse than a person. Like, oh, if I say or do a wrong thing around a woman, she's gonna go squawk and like try to get other women in on it. If I do it around a horse, I could be physically damaged.
He'll bite your cock off.
Holy
Um,
fuck, no! I've never heard of a horse
that
biting
hadn't
someone's
crossed my
dick
mind.
off.
I'm not.
No,
No,
that
I'm
happened.
not
That
sure how
happened to a
that.
kid.
Well, we're not even
Get
going to talk
close
about.
enough
I'm
to
up
a
here in
horse's
Washington
mouth.
State. We're
Come
not even
on,
going to
man.
talk about Edom
What
Claw.
the fuck?
No,
Oh,
that happened. That happened to a kid. The horse bit his dick off.
Why was
No
he putting his
reason.
dick
He wasn't.
in
It
front of the
just reached
horse? Come
It
down.
just
on, man.
It
snatched
just
and
reached
grabbed.
down and grabbed for his crotch and got him.
Okay, I might have to like clip that out or something, or take a break. Zat, I can't.
No, I was afraid of
All
getting
right,
bit
let's
by a
do a
Clydesdale
refresh.
once.
What were you saying about psychology class, though, Bess?
no. Okay, so let's rewind back many minutes. Uh, I think I was beginning to talk about how you were saying I needed to do some extra curricular. I needed to
Wait,
sort
hold
of.
that thought. Last random thought, I promise for right now. But does anybody remember Tom Green jerking off a horse?
Moose, you did not
No,
help the
seriously.
situation.
Sorry.
No, I don't. I'm trying to not remember any of that.
All right, take it away, Dolbs.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Enrichment, intellectual enrichment. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think this is going to be as intellectually enriching. I was just going to comment how. Wait, did I already talk about this?
I don't know.
Okay, now I'm diverging too much, but I am struggling to remember if I talked about this with you or any other online friends, because my mind doesn't really make a distinction. So after a certain point of time, I just don't know if that thing was mentioned here or with my Filipino friends or with my European ones. Like, it's all just a jumble of thoughts. But anyways, I'm realizing how much I actually gain from high school being diverse, and I mean diverse with the subjects, because now it's just psychology. That's all there is. And whilst I love psychology, I also enjoy a lot of other things. Now I don't have politics class, I don't have history, I don't have religion, and I'm realizing how much that diversity of stimulation really matters to me.
Yeah, you feel like you're getting it less at university.
Oh, I'm not. I'm only getting psychology. I get nothing else at all. The only other even similar thing I'm stimulated with is math, and I don't really enjoy math. But I mean, I have friends, and I can
So
talk
do
about it.
y'all do like a wide range of basics and electives your first couple of years, or you just do your major?
Oh no, we just have psychology.
Oh my
Uh,
God, here we have to take everything you take in high school: history,
yeah,
English, math, geography, social sciences. You have like so many units in each subject, like your first 2 years, and then the later years is where you focus exclusively on your major. It's
yeah,
called the core or the basics.
yeah. We just don't have. We have one more year of primary education than you, though. But I
Oh,
think because we
so
have
you
30.
might already be at the point where you're ready to focus exclusively on your topic.
Yeah, probably.
So you're going to have
Even
to
though,
find the diversity within psychology itself, or like alternative activities outside of it that stimulate you.
well, what do you think? I've just spent the past 6 hours playing a historical strategy game. I mean, if I'm not going to get my history stimulation from actual class and friends, I need it
Which one
somewhere
are you
else.
playing, though,
What?
Dolbs?
Yeah. What's the game?
Uh, have you heard about Europa Universalis 4?
Oh,
No.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, let me see. I think I have the iron something. I gotta
Hearts of
check.
Iron.
Yeah, I got that one. Hearts of Iron.
Oh yeah, I love Paradox, and that's actually my most played game. I have 1,000 hours in Hearts of Iron, 500 hours in Europa Universalis 4, 500 hours in Crusader Kings 3, 100 hours in Imperator Rome, and 700 hours in Stellaris. I am bankrolling Paradox, the game company, because it
You're
isn't.
doing a great job, sir. You're doing a great job because I enjoy those video games as well.
Yeah,
Most people don't like thinking that hard, and so they won't spend the money on those games. So I appreciate your service.
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, just the
Was
fact
that a
that
fucking werewolf?
I'm ignoring that. I'm purposefully just blocking that out because I don't have the mental readiness to tackle the potential of that. Just a random werewolf sound from one of you guys. I can't. I just won't think about that. So my mind
Oh my
just.
God, weird, Bex. Do you want to come and talk about it?
Yeah.
That we have a psychology student on panel.
Yeah. No. Let's. Oh, actually, the best thing though about Paradox is that they're Swedish, a Swedish company. Uh, that's the best thing. By far, because no, but actually, that the reason that's good is because then it's cheaper for me to invest in them. At least from a bank, the fees for buying stocks there aren't as high as buying American stocks. So whenever I have money, I'll just, you know, buy some of that because who wouldn't want to be able to say that? Oh yeah, I am testing out the product of my investments instead of just playing games. I'm just testing out how the viability of further investment or the potential gains, to see if it's a good product or not. Who wouldn't want that?
I'm looking at Europa Universalis right now, at least the trailer.
Do they really come from Norway? We have a Cajun version of the werewolf, the Rugaru. I would hate to think it came from Norway.
Naruga
Just
who?
kidding. The Rougarou. Garou is
Garu?
wolf in French, like the loup garou. And
Oh.
I don't.
the Cajun one is the Rougarou. And it lives in the swamp. And it eats children. Everything eats children down there. they, they have all kind of tatais and boogeymen and things under the bed and in the closets to scare the kids with.
Well, if you think about it, the meat is more tender with kids. So
Okay, I appreciate Sam. Just I don't mind if they chat about Vegas Valley. I just don't want the drama to start getting enacted out live in the chat.
What the hell is Vegas Valley?
It's some other Panoverse sector that sounds like and it had like some of these drama spin-off communities, and a lot of the people that hang out here now are from Vegas Valley or one of
yeah,
the
Cerrone
spin-off.
came from there, didn't he?
I think so. I have it on my Panoverse, but it was going to be part of my murder board until I gave up on it.
Are we going to talk about this murder board you just brought up?
I mean, I was just trying to map out the Panoverse, but it's too complex for one wall for my little wall.
Everybody overlaps anyway. Like I
Because
see
a lot of
people.
it starts with like Paul Enslaved is one of the big nodes of it because a lot of the channels spun off of him.
Paul Enslaved. Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, Dobes. I feel like I almost feel protective of you. Like there's just some parts of the Panoverse I should shield you from and keep your beautiful mind pristine.
I mean, so far this is the only place I've been.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
he's a few circles in.
yeah.
No, he's like a motivational coach in a way, and he has his very own style of doing it where he screams and hollers at you and curses you out and makes you feel really bad about yourself and tells you everything wrong about you. He cold reads people. Everything wrong about you could possibly say, and he yells and hollers a lot. But in a way,
Sounds like fun.
the people that it works for, I'm like, he's kind of doing what I do, just in a different way. He's trying to empower people. And
Yeah,
so a lot
man.
of, for what it, like
Yeah.
Talcott came out of him,
Yes.
Moose came out of him, Illumatami came out of him. A lot of people um, came from his little sector. Uh, that's a good question. Is there BSTBT drama too and some girlfriend? I want that minimized as well. This is not the place to come and
Oh, no.
work out your drama. This is my channel. We're trying to create a community here.
Okay, you should, if you ever actually finish mapping out the entire community, you need to make a proper video on that. Not just a stream where you talk about it, but
It the,
edited video.
like I could have different I could do like a whole series where I have a different guest from different sectors each day to give the history of that sector. And then I could have a little graphic that maps it all and fills it in as they come on. That's
Well,
ambitious.
that would be really funny though. That would be really interesting because
Moose would be good at Moose's ability is he can interface with all the different parts of it and have those conversations. He can have like different people at the same time from different sectors that normally wouldn't be able to have a conversation.
Yeah, which is funny because like when I'm on their panels, they oftentimes don't give me the respect that I deserve. But then all of a sudden they come to my place and they give me like over respect, and I'm like, it creeps me out at times, you know?
yeah,
That
sometimes being too respectful is way worse than someone being not respectful at all. Like
Yeah.
I can
If you're an
handle people
asshole
being
to
mean.
me, just be
I
an
just
asshole to me all the time. Now go ahead.
I try.
well, it's good to have those people. But yeah, no, just it's like eating too much sugar. It's good, but then when it gets too much, you almost feel like you have to puke. You know, it's a different reaction from someone being mean, but it's equally as unwanted and horrible.
Like if somebody's too deferential to you or respectful.
Yeah.
So
Is it like power differential? It signals like you're not among an equal anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it is probably that the prestation as a of inferiority. If it's too much, they're trying to force you to be something that you are not. That oh, you are so much better. Or it's just insincere.
Oh, right.
Honestly, I just hate it. It's okay. Okay, that sounds wrong. I appreciate people being flatterers. You know, it's generally good to be nice to each other and probably be a bit nicer than they deserve, but you shouldn't do it too much. You shouldn't, ruin or fill the entire
I,
conversation or relationship with that.
I don't
You,
get any
you,
flattery. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody ever flatters me.
yeah, me neither, but
what are you talking
I
about?
wish.
Every time you come on stream, I say your name. I'm the only one who could say your fucking name right.
That's
I
true.
purposely stopped saying it because he said to just call him Zat. So I was trying to get that to take.
Because y'all can't say the name. It's Zatoichi.
That's it.
No hate in my heart for you. It's just that's how you say it. It's like the teacher can never say my last name right. And I'm just like, just stop fucking saying it. Just shut up and just say my first name.
Yeah, I got in a fight over defending a kid's right to have his name pronounced correctly. BSBT, this is what I'm hoping happens. So yes, you're on the right track. Disincentivize all of that here.
Just, well, okay. To be fair though, drama is fun. You can't.
Yes, but until I figure out how to monetize it, we need to put a hold on
Well,
it. There's going to be the drama tax.
mm-hmm. You gotta. If someone wants to talk shit, you need to have a separate like StreamYard link that takes them to the same thing. They have to go through like a donation first, and then they're in
That's not a
like
bad
a vending machine.
idea. I wonder if there's a way to set that up where if they come from a different source that they have to pay to. We can make it work. They have membership tiers and all kind of stuff. That's a fantastic idea. Have it behind a paywall.
Yeah, well,
The access to it, not necessarily like viewing it, but the ability to engage in it behind a paywall.
Oh, you could also have that if they start beginning drama, you can just say, okay, pay me $3 or I'll kick you. that
Ooh,
Like
again
hold the
is
panel
that
hostage.
quickly becomes tyrannical. But
Oh,
I mean,
by
if
the
you
way,
want
there
fun,
is a challenge out there to Eric Lawless, whoever that is. He he said he was going to give me a super chat to debate, and he didn't honor it. But Mike said if he honors it, that Mike himself is willing to debate Eric if he honors his super chat to me, and it's gonna get higher and higher the longer he waits. So he better act soon.
is Eric Saul or is Ham Banana Saul?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I think they're different people.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah. You
I
know
thought.
why? Because I was in Ham Bananas last night. I was just watching him because I saw my face on his panel. He was doing you, Jeff. He was
Oh,
commenting on.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They're different. They're different individuals. Like they're
No.
different
Yeah,
organisms.
because
They may all be psychologically the same entity.
they were talking to each other, so I doubt he was typing in the chat and responding to himself.
Yeah, Tommy knows. I trust Tommy on this. They're from his community.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it pops up on my feed, even though I'm not subscribed to him, and I laugh, Jeff. Like, I laugh because it's so absurd that we've become lol cows.
I
Well,
know.
not me, but I got
That's
a
good
history
though.
behind
That's like a rite of passage. I need to learn how to become a lolcow, a hate watchy, all of that stuff. And so this is good.
it. Good learning experience.
Yeah. And for others, like this is what you could go through at some point if you. Well, probably just it, but you don't even need a reason. People are going to find a way to do it for you if they're inclined to, no matter what. So you're not going to have to do much. So
Nah, man, I opened up an open panel on my birthday, right? And next thing you know, there's a bunch of drama going on, and then
I
and
know
then
I
I
was
get
there.
clipped out like I'm some kind of monster or whatever. When I'm just laughing along because I'm just like, man, this is absurd. I'm laughing. The world is fucking nuts. Like, how could you not laugh and want to like watch the shit show? You know?
You can ban Super Gal. That's just a Well, actually, hold off on it. That's just Super's sock account.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Moose, because like I remember one time I thought I was pretty close to dying, and I thought, like I just want to see what happens next. Like that was like the big regret.
Hey, Jeff.
What was the big regret?
Well, that I wouldn't get to see what happens next, in
Oh yeah,
reality, and like
Well,
yeah.
see how the
I,
story plays out.
Exactly,
um,
exactly.
I'm pretty sure this guy's legit. He just came up, but just in case, I'll bring you on. Hang on.
let's see.
He's a
Hello, is that
Christian
you,
minister.
BSBT?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hello.
Oh yeah,
What are you
that's
up
Hey,
to?
me.
Hello.
What's
just
going on,
came up
man?
real quick, just to give you a brief history lesson, if I may, on something you were just talking about.
Is it drama?
Vegas, yeah, the Vegas Valley crowd.
Yeah.
Lillian, who you've had up on panel a couple times, she likes to troll in the chat. She's a pretty well known troll, but she was from Vegas Valley. Paul has a lot of folks here as well. So I guess if you could trace it
Is
all
that
back.
the discussion salon, Paul?
No, Paul Enslaved, like Moose
Oh,
was.
was he from
Moose,
Vegas Valley?
he wasn't from Vegas Valley, but those are the two crowds that I see here. You have the
Yeah,
one,
I
the Vegas
agree. I
Valley
think it's
crowd.
Vegas Valley and Paul and Slade mostly.
Yeah,
I don't know how that ended up in that part of the panel verse, but that's where I landed.
yeah. So to give you a brief history lesson on both of them, I'm the one who told Paul how to, about doing the live streams live, Moose. So, if you want to trace it all back, like a lot of it comes through me.
Wow. We're talking
But
to one of the progenitors of the modern
yeah, so
panelverse. Wow.
it's weird when I was hearing it. I was like, you know what? Does all this trace back to like me and Paul? Because like even Vegas Valley, like I was,
You're our
when
panel
Vegas Valley was trying
granddaddies,
to do his thing. Yeah,
the
but he's in jail
godfathers.
for 3 years. He's in jail for 3 years for making terroristic threats. But
Who
that's
is?
another story. That's
Paul?
another story. But you have a lot of his audience here.
Paul is?
No, Joe from Vegas Valley. Sorry. So Joe from
Oh,
Vegas
okay.
Valley.
Is that Joey Waffles?
I haven't heard about Joe referred to as Joey Waffles, but
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Joey Waffles
I
has been around
he's a
lately.
separate
yeah,
person. Okay.
and I spent a lot of time with Vegas Valley when he first started, and then I asked him what kind of channel he wanted. You know, at first I got the impression he didn't want a drama channel, so I was kind of working with him a little bit, and showing up on his panels, and then it started to evolve where it was nothing but a drama panel, and then
Hmm.
so I kind of distanced myself at that time because I if there's going to be any drama with me, I'd prefer it be between me and like my government, my overly oppressive government. I don't want to be there to be drama between me and my fellow man. So if I've got a beef, it's usually, with something the government's doing or something the government's, actively doing to me at the time. But either way,
Freak, you might be right. There's also we had somebody over here the other day from the Ice Poseidon Aldi 4K crowd too, part of the Panelverse, which I had never heard of.
The what?
hmm,
It's called Ice Poseidon and Aldi 4K, and apparently they're real big too. And they do like in-person trolling. They're troll channels.
I never heard of that.
Um, me
never heard
neither.
of
I
them.
hadn't either. But everybody else knew who they were.
Yeah, most of those two origin channels, the Vegas Valley crowd and then the Paul and Slave, they kind of revolved around the 1A crowd, which the 1A crowd typically has, folks that do cop watching or
Well,
auditors. You might hear
why
them
are they
referred
over
to.
here trying to harass people's speech and like get certain people's speech shut down? If they're all 1A, they should just let people speak and go about their business.
That's a really, really good question. That's an excellent question to ask. I don't call for anybody to get banned, really, and I don't call for anybody to get like timed out unless, they're being a distraction or something like that on purpose, then they can come up and voice their opinion. But I don't know why those folks would be, trying to do that. I really don't know.
Wow, he had a whole community, this guy.
um, yeah,
See,
Joe,
that's I'm
he
trying to
and
make mine not like that.
yeah, and Joe kind of got a hot start in the cop watching field because he kind of went out there with a camera and kind of let cops have it with for a little bit. So he had a hot start in the cop watching crowd, and then he kind of went over to the anti cop watching crowd, which was kind of odd. And then he started doing deals with like some of these frauditor channels that you might hear about. Like Frauditor Troll, I noticed was over here one day, and
So
that
not my. Oh
Frauditor
yeah,
Troll
he
guy.
didn't last very long because he couldn't stop talking about Mike.
Oh yeah, and then he'll love to try to tell you what you should do at everything. He'll give you so much unsolicited advice. It's not even funny. It's like, dude, just shut up. Nobody needs your advice. He's got a 50,000 sub channel, and he thinks he's like the cat's meow or something. And it's like, dude, you're a 50,000, like you're a nobody. Nobody even knows the guy's face. Nobody even knows who he is. But
So
he
you
acts like
came up
he's
to basically just give us the background on the history.
yeah, just a little history lesson where you'll see the Vegas Valley crowd here. And then
Uh,
I noticed, like, Moose was, I think, auditioning to be Paul's producer over on the Paul and Slave channel, but I don't know. But yeah, so then you'll see the Paul crowd come in here as well. But that's mainly with like panel members, like Jack Talcott, that Hank
mhm.
guy that I
Well,
see
Hank's
over
from me,
here.
believe it or not.
Okay.
Hank
Hanko
and I came to the
Flamio.
Panelverse together from other sources.
Okay, so
Yeah, but I like your
I have to
idea there,
correct
Jeff.
this real fast. I have to correct the record. I never tried out to be his producer. What I was I was a guy who showed up every day for like 2 years straight for like 8 hours a day because I had a hotel. So I had time, like while I was folding laundry and in between customers, I was always cracking jokes with Paul. So it was more like we were just like homies, and I was there all the time. And then it got to the point where his channel needed to grow, and I wasn't like putting in the time and the effort to like help his channel grow to the next level. And I was just still, being myself and just hanging out like the
So
boys,
what?
where I'm hanging out with the boys. So that's why I took a step back from his channel, is because, he's more focused on trying to grow his channel. And if he's going to have idiots around him, I'm not going to be
Well,
one of
I
the few idiots.
Well, I disagree sometimes. I think Paul sometimes can be in the mood to grow his channel, and then he'll make decisions where he doesn't want to grow his channel. So it's very bizarre. He'll say one thing and then do another. So I don't understand. Like, what
No,
were you doing
I
to
hear
help
what
his?
you're saying, but the second that
It's
he
like he
gave me
gets
a
in it.
hint
He
that
gets in
I
his
was
own
too
way.
late, I said
Well,
bye.
I feel like this is drama about Paul. He's not even here, and we were doing so
Yeah.
well before all of this. We were talking
Oh yeah.
about.
No. 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 I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not trying to throw
there's no
shade at
drama
Paul. I'm
between
just
me.
saying. You know.
I'd
Yeah. I'm
rather
not.
have these topics off stream or on another channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, no, I
'Cause-
just came up to let you guys know kind of about the communities. I
yeah,
was
no, the
gonna
history
hop down.
lesson was helpful, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna hop down anyways, but yeah, appreciate you having me up, and you gentlemen have a great day.
Okay, you too. Take care,
All right, see you guys.
BSBT. Where were we talking about?
No
I
idea.
don't know.
But that
Psychology, education,
we have gone past that
respect.
a lot.
Something that
Horses.
We
mattered.
just we can just keep going forwards instead of
Sure.
backtracking. You know, are we revolutionary or are we reactionary? We don't step back. We keep going.
We don't step back. Okay, well, forward, unburdened by what has transpired
Uh,
already. New topic.
let us see what can be. Unburdened by what has been.
Oh, that reminds me of a poem I had to write in middle school. No, first year of high school. I don't know if I have it, but it was like, thus what has been shall be, and what shall be was, or something to that extent. That was a I don't know. We had a task. We got a sentence from a poem, I suppose, and we were just tasked to complete it. And I think it's the wokest shit I've ever written.
Are you serious? Did you write
Yeah.
it on purpose?
Well, back then I was in my sorta socialist arc.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know about that.
well, okay. I'm young, Jeff. Don't expect me to go to the
But you're
like
smart. You're
glorious
young and
capitalism.
smart. I had hoped that that was a difference that made a difference.
No, I
I, I
mean,
was I I had my little phase too, but it wasn't as extreme back then as it is now. I wonder if I would have fallen for it then now, or if even then I would have thought it was weird.
yeah, I don't think it was that bad, but I mean, I definitely wasn't in favor of uh, proper capitalism, which, I still have my Norwegian. Um, oh, I found it. I still have my Norwegian foundation, but I'm no socialist. But
Yeah, you don't seem like one.
well, and at that point, I wasn't really political. I wasn't. I didn't discuss politics. I didn't think about it that much, and so it's not as if I was really hyper about it. I wasn't able to vote. I didn't discuss it with anyone really. Only a single person did I discuss it with, and that was a person I played the Paradox games with. But those games,
What's the paradox games?
that's the strategy
It,
games
it
we talked
it's
about.
a
Oh,
Paradox
okay.
is
historic
the company that makes them.
four-dimensional strategy games that are like beyond this world.
Yeah,
Mike, I saw
yeah.
you down in the chat. What's up, my brother?
What's happening? What's happening, guys? I was trying to get up
Uh,
there, but he was still there, but he left.
Oh,
So
Well,
good.
I was
That well,
about to mention how
yeah,
it's impossible, really, to be a socialist playing these games because what they incentivize is just so opposite of
mhm.
left-wing thought that if you play them for some length of time, you can't stay sort of normally left-wing. Like, I mean, the Europa, the Renaissance age, it incentivizes colonialism, imperialism, conquest, expansion, genocide,
question for you,
suppression.
dog.
I mean, you can't
Age
remain a
age
socialist playing that
67
for
or
1,000 hours.
1067 or whatever.
Yeah, CK3, it has two start states, 873 and 1066.
Yeah, which
Both
one do you
are.
choose?
Oh, always the Viking start. Always 8-17-83. Yeah.
Fucking right. That's right.
Yeah. I
Which
mean,
Viking?
come
Which
on.
All
one do you
these
choose
Vikings and
though?
Italians.
Telling you,
Yeah.
we're
Which one
crazy.
do you choose? I like that half something dude.
Uh, well, that is a pretty common
Good
name-ish. I
start.
I tend to start with Harold Fairhair, or Tangle Hair, as he's called at the start, because he's historically the guy who united Norway, but he's also placed perfectly to go wherever, because you can leave the place you start and go to another place, but he's also young. He's just 17 at the start, and he is quite skilled, so he's the perfect character that you can get a full lifetime, and you can, well, okay, yeah, radical socialist. You can be pulled to the extremes, but you can't remain a normie. I mean,
Whoa.
if you're playing the Soviet Union, you're gonna be
How are you
influenced by
doing it,
that
not
glorious
laws? That's what we
motherland.
want to know. He's Canadian.
Share the
Does that make a
Oh,
secret of the
poor
difference?
him,
Canadian
poor
wonder.
guy. My condolences. You should have. You almost became Scandinavian, and instead it was the British that colonized you. I feel so bad for you. That's a mental crisis.
Hey
Uh,
Mike, did we make Gen X Jeff an honorary Italian?
Yes, he is. He is Italian. His
Oh, I'm so
yeah,
excited!
he's
I'm
Italian.
gonna eat. I'm gonna eat some pizza today.
That's it.
Like,
Yeah. But
Now don't.
there's only one hook, Jeff. You have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to cook, man.
oh,
Come
that's
on.
not gonna. I can microwave pretty
Yeah,
well. I can do
yeah, man.
pasta.
You gotta learn how to
I can
cook.
cook
Yeah.
good pasta. Is there something I have to learn how to do, like Mamma mia,
No, I
mwah,
mean
amore, or something?
simple pasta dishes are plentiful, and you can learn how to do simple. Now people will cheat, right? They'll make the pasta from the box, and they'll get a like an already made sauce. But if you know how to make sauce
That's
from
cheating.
scratch,
Well, I
well,
guess
if you're
someone is
using,
cheaters.
yeah, I mean, like a real Italian will make sauce
We
from
made
crushed
sauce
tomatoes.
in home ec class. I remember it took like 2 days. It was a mess. It's not anything that Jeff is gonna pull off.
It doesn't take 2 days. If you know how to make it, it takes about 3 or 4 hours. But you cook it. You put it together. You fry the
Like
onions. You
from the
fry the
tomato,
garlic.
like real tomatoes and all that.
Real tomatoes. You
Oh
get
God.
cans. You get cans of crushed tomatoes, crushed, or you get the whole
Okay, so
tomatoes.
you can buy cans.
You can get the
Okay.
fresh tomatoes. But if you make sauce from actual crushed tomatoes, it's a whole different flavor paradigm. But you have to know how to season it to get back to where
I don't know if I'm that if my
yeah.
honorariness is gonna extend.
Well,
Get
you know
over
what?
here. Get out of here.
So Jeff, this is what we do. Jeff, when you hit big money on YouTube, you just hire a home
Oh,
chef.
then you come and get your cut. That's what honorary Italian means.
You hire a private chef.
I've
Someone will be
seen those
cheap private
movies.
chef.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
don't know if I want to be an honorary Italian now.
No, it's great, man. But Italians are all about food and culture, and family. That's the whole basis.
Yeah,
Other than
I
that,
relate to
yeah,
that.
it's all good. And it's funny because like Dolbez or Dolby's, whatever you want to call him, I have a hard
Well, let's
time.
find out his name so we can respect his pronunciation.
Yeah.
well,
What should we
I've
call
always
you?
pronounced it Dolbez.
Dolbez.
Dolbez with the accent on the like. Oh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time too.
No, not the accent. Just it's
Oh,
instead of bees
Dolbez.
or whatever you said.
Dolbez.
Yeah,
See you
and
I
at
the
mean,
more
it's a
Dolbez.
made-up word. It doesn't
Oh,
have an official pronunciation other than the way that I
Dol-
and all my friends say, which is Dolbez.
yeah.
Dolbez. Okay, that's what I say. All right, continue.
They're an interesting culture. They are the Norwegians and the Swedes and the Finns. They're interesting. They're interesting culture. They really are. A
The
lot of
Finns were fun. We had some Finns here in Seattle that used to board
yeah,
game with us, and they were
yeah,
wild. They were fun.
yeah, yeah. But no, it's cool seeing. It's cool meeting people from different parts of the world. It's just kind of cool.
Mhm.
It's as you would say, cool. But no, it's
When I was in
definitely
college, I joined the International Students Association, even though I
sure.
was a local Louisianian, just to meet people from other. Because it was like one of the few places you could meet people outside of
Yeah.
rural Louisiana. I loved it.
It's neat. It's neat. It's like people are humans just like we are, but their civilizations are completely different. their customs. They're just different kinds of
Fascinating.
people.
That's the nurture, like the soft. We all have the same hardware, and then it's the software we create and run on top
Yeah,
of it.
I love
When
it.
I
I
was
think
in
that's very
college, I had a friend from Scotland, and I let him smoke pot in my car. So that was my contribution to international relations.
Did he smoke it? But Matt, did he smoke it through a bagpipe? Did he put it through the bagpipes and then put it?
Not that time, no.
That is funny. Yeah, man. But yeah, diversity is a beautiful thing, and people will always say, well, I'm only this, and I don't want these other people. Like people will put other people down, but like, diversity is the key to life. Learning other people's cultures, really makes you be a better person because you appreciate what they've been through and they appreciate what you've been through. What do you guys think?
Oh,
The
I
number
am
one
all
spot on a
for
people's
pluralism.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
not for multiculturalism, but 100% pluralism. People can, it's good to have a lot of diversity, a lot of different people, as long
Yeah.
as they all follow a fundamental set of beliefs that unifies society. In this case, for Norway, it would be Norwegian culture. You need to at least adapt to it, but you can be whatever else on top of that. You just have to adapt and respect that core of society.
The core beliefs. Yeah.
Yes.
It's an unspoken respect. You have to at
Yeah.
least respect. Yeah, I know what you're saying completely.
And,
No doubt.
it's honestly, I don't. It's not as necessary with all groups. Some cultures are generally just better at integrating with other cultures, whilst
Mhm.
some cultures have it more difficult. Like I'd imagine, the less controversial example. I won't touch the Muslims, but let's look at it. No, Japan. I'd imagine that Japanese people in sufficient
Mhm.
numbers would be horrible to integrate because they have such a homogenous and very isolated culture that I think they would probably be the most difficult people to integrate if they come in large enough numbers where they have the ability to form parallel
So,
societies.
is there any way that you would accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Good question. I have a Christian friend who's constantly trying to convert, and my response is, bro, Catholicism is cooler than Protestantism. So if anything, that's where I'm going, not to your shit. But no, I don't think there's a way. I appreciate it, and
Mhm.
I think I view religion very differently from both religious people and normie atheists. But I am still an atheist. I am still a non-believer, just not in the traditional sense. And I
So
sort of
you,
yeah, I sort of view it does exist as an artifact in the culture or in the minds of the people. So you can't. It's sort of you can say these archetypes and symbols and representations do exist as some sort of manifested that they can be viewed as entities, but they're not real. They're just in the sense that of material things. They're just as real as money, but not as real as the goods you use money to exchange. And so, for me to
yeah.
accept just one would deny my whole theory of religion, of how it works. Because, yeah, of course, in my culture, Christianity would be much realer than Islam because Christianity has been there 1,000 years. It's so deeply entrenched that even though I'm an atheist, it's still in my mind. It still colors my entire worldview. But
Mhm.
that's the exact same reasoning will be used against an Arab, you know. So what is more real? I can't really say that one is more real than the other. And so, yeah, no, there's no way for me to adopt it. Well, okay, if you can send Jesus, send him to me. Let us talk it out, and we can sort of have a compromise here. Then I'll join your Lord and Savior.
Understand. And he may or may not speak to you. He may come to you in a dream. He may come to you in a situation that you may have in your life where maybe your life is saved. So I mean, you may have the interaction with, as we call, the Holy Spirit, and you may not. But you believing what you believe is your right to believe. You have your right to believe what you want to believe. And who knows 20 years from now what you may believe. So I think the big thing in religion is if someone doesn't believe what you believe, don't put them down, don't pressure them, let them find their own journey. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
will have to add though that I won't trust him if he comes in a dream. I've looked. I'm too obsessed and researched, and I have too many theories about dreams that are already connected to religion that I can't trust it. The only way I would trust it is if I'm in a completely healthy situation where there's no chance for
Sure.
hallucinations, no chance for visions, and sort of. Oh, okay. I can see an art because there's an argument. There's sort of an argument that atheists saying that, oh yeah, but why would we have this brain that can reason and everything and that can disagree with God and go against his existence? But at the same time, you can also have the counter argument that that's just a vessel that he made to be able to communicate with us. So are these visions
Which
just a
seems weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can make that argument that why wouldn't God put something in us that is
The
his
thing
way of
is,
communicating?
this is the thing, and let me say this. Let me say this. The one thing that I do believe is me being an avid Christian, okay, or whatever you want to call me, a Catholic or a Christian, whatever you want to call me. I believe in God and Jesus Christ, but I also believe in Satan. I believe Satan is real. He's a real thing. You can't have God without Satan. So I believe in both, and I fear both. I do. So when you believe that both exist, you have a respect for both. And it's up to you where you want to lean towards. If you want to lean towards one or the other, to consider your God, to consider that's who you're going to worship. But no one can tell me that evil does not exist without good. They have to depend on each other, and that's how you guide your decisions in life. What do you guys think? You think I'm wrong? You think I'm
I've
right? What
seen
do you think?
both. Evil
Yeah.
definitely exists, and good definitely, or at least this thing I'm calling evil, and this thing calling good, as they're distinct phenomena, and I've seen them exist, and they're in humans.
Mhm.
I
But
have
to
a question
say
though.
You're right, but to sit there and say that God is the only way, God is everything, God does exist, but people seem to
Well,
forget.
I don't even know what that means because each person saying that's going to have a different referent for whatever they mean by God. So to me, it's just like
Mhm.
figurative language that I
So
just
what we
take
were
in.
taught, this is so Jeff, this is what we were taught in church. This is what we were taught. This is only what we were taught in the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, God is real. Okay, Jesus was his only son given to give his life for our sins. And the devil was basically God's right hand next to Michael, Archangel Michael. And then, the devil fell into being, a dark entity. In other words, get away from the devil. He's all bad. But without the devil's temptation, we wouldn't have redemption. It's kind of hard. I'm not a priest, but all I'm trying to say is that you can't have good without evil, and not
Right, you
all
can't
evil.
have redemption without the trolls.
There you go. Without the temptation of going the other way.
Hmm.
So, in a way, if you think about it, isn't evil necessary to keep you on the straight and narrow?
Evil is good. Evil
But
is
without
good.
temptation, without evil, without temptation, you'll never know the other side of humanity. Because human beings
Well,
are
I
we're
I think
good.
that kind of goes to Satan's
Yeah,
original role as the adversary in even in
yeah.
Hebrew literature, which is what the
And,
name
and
means.
and that's the whole thing. The whole adage is, he fell, and then Archangel Michael put him into hell. That's like all this weird, Catholicism. So who knows really what happened? But all I know is this: I can feel God and I can feel the devil. I can feel both powers because it
Wow.
affects it affects your decisions. When they say the devil's on your one shoulder and the God's on your other,
Yeah.
well, that's basically just saying that what decision am I going to make? Am I going to go to the light or am I going to the dark? What decision am I going to make in this particular thing? And it's just an analogy. Are you picking good or are you picking evil? But
Well, I'm
some
going to tell you a secret. Satanists go through that too, the exact same dilemma too.
yeah.
And sometimes I listen to the devil, and sometimes I listen to the angel, just like the Christians.
So
There
you
you
know what I'm
go.
saying? I'm not talking out
Yeah.
my ass. I'm saying that there is the
And
duality
Plato
of
had
man.
the metaphor of the chariot with the black horses and the black horse and the white horse.
Yeah.
So I was on my motorcycle this morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going 45, 50 miles an hour, and all of a sudden I get within like 4 inches of a dead raccoon. I literally like these are times where I truly believe that someone's looking out for me because I literally saw it and reacted without thinking and like barely missed the fucking accident. Like if I would have hit that raccoon, I probably would have went sideways and I probably would have been all banged up, possibly broke a few bones. And so it's like a lot of people are always saying like how can you believe in a god or how what's the proof of it? And it's like these little things in my life that like where I've escaped death or I've escaped intense injury, I don't consider that luck. I consider it some kind of divine intervention. And whether it's luck or divine intervention, I would much rather die believing that it's divine intervention and possibly go to heaven than to just be like, oh fuck it, it's just luck.
And and that's perfectly said. And the thing is, like you said, you want to believe in something more powerful than ourselves. And like you just said, Moose, that's a great thing that you just said. Like you were basically saying, what's going to happen like in a split second. You feel yourself sliding, you feel yourself possibly going somewhere else. And it's would you call it like your life flashing before your eyes? Would you call it, coming to terms with your God? At one point we've always came to that conclusion. And another thing I want to say is I've always said this. I even said this in church. I even asked the priest when I used to go to Catholic church, why does God let all these people die? If he's intervening, why would he let a child or an old person lay there for years on years on years on end in pain if he's all seeing and all knowing and all loving? So these are the things that make you.
Why does he?
Well, I don't know, and we'll never know. The answer is the
But you
answer
trust
from
him anyway? Like,
I trust
wherever
him.
he's doing it, I trust it's for a good reason.
You have to submit to any Lord, whether you want to call
No,
him
no.
Satan or Allah or God.
Or daddy.
The submission, you have to submit,
That's
and
Allah. That's
basically,
Islamic.
yeah. Well,
Because
same way.
with Judaism, it's the covenant, and with
Yeah.
Christianity, it's the belief
Yeah.
in that something is so, that the resurrection, that
Mhm.
Jesus is the life, and in Islam, it's submission to the will of Allah.
Yeah. I'm more submission. I give every.
You don't strike me as
Yeah.
you
Well,
are.
when it comes to God Himself, when it comes to His theories, I let go. I let go, and I put it in His hands. I wasn't always like that, Jeff. I was much more staunch when I was younger. As you get older, you want to kind of let go. It's like putting a car on cruise control. Does that make sense? You put it on cruise control, you let Him figure it out because you're getting too old to
I
make.
can see the temptation of that belief because I wish there was something like that. I would love some kind of cruise control I could put my
Remember,
life on.
Jeff? Remember the old saying, "Jesus, take the wheel." Remember that old saying, "Jesus,
Yeah.
take the
And
wheel."
Jesus built my hot rod,
Yeah, right. But
and then he took the wheel.
that assimilates into I give up. You guide me, Jesus. You guide me. Like
I tried that. I tried that on here for like days.
yeah,
Nothing happened.
yeah.
I kept trying to turn something over to him or get him
So,
to like tell me something or make a connection. Nothing happened.
yeah. It's it's disheartening. Like you're asking for answers. Like God says, "Speak to me, pray to me, and I'll give you the answers that you need." But then
No, he didn't.
I never get any freaking answers.
Even when I was a kid, I would pray. I was very Catholic, and nothing happened.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd love to hear what anybody else thinks. I wish other people would come up and talk about it. I love when people come up randomly and just talk about this kind of stuff. Um, there's so much to unpack and uncover when it comes to, and it's not just religion. It's basically how are we going to live in the next 20 years? Are we going to be
That
better
is the
people?
question. Like, what the fuck is wrong with humans lately?
Yeah. Are we going to improve, Jeff? Jeff, are we going to get better and communicate with each other and be more civil to each other?
I see it happening.
Yeah.
Even like on YouTube. So I'm optimistic with the right guidance or assistance, like that it could happen.
Yeah.
I really am. I
But
don't
you
know if
see
it's going to
though,
happen organically on its own without some kind of influence.
but Jeff, do you see also it's possible without the right catalyst, we're going to continue on this shitty behavior path and just be
What
crappy human beings.
I mean,
If
we will
something,
be. I don't
yeah,
think that's necessarily the issue. I think that's just
yeah,
I plan for that.
yeah,
I think it's what you said about our inability to listen to each other and understand things from others' perspective and to let go. Like we get very attached to these beliefs that we have that I think are more fear based and emotion based than reality based. So I
yeah.
think it's a combination of like false beliefs and inability to see each other in the generous light that it would take to get over this division. Like we're still there's something American that holds us together, or should, or there's if there's not, that has me concerned, and so I
Okay.
still think that there is, and I think if we find that, that might be what it takes.
Well, it's a good point. Untrackable, what's up, man? He just popped out of nowhere.
Hey, good to see everybody.
What's up, man? What do you think, brother? You've probably been listening. What do you any take on what we were talking about, like religion and humanity and things like that?
Yeah, I guess in a nutshell, what I think about it is that the information is spread through literature. And literature doesn't necessarily have to be literal, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It could be written in storytelling and metaphor, things like that. Because I believe its intention is to teach people kind of all ages the facts of life, the reality of it. But not everybody goes through the same situations
Mm.
to where they have the same
Outlook.
like honest reaction, like the same way that you teach a child about Jesus Christ. It's not going to be the same way that a theologian is going to study to the depths of it and get the same depiction of what actually they want you to believe happened. I've seen things skewed to where it's used to control the populace, like Jeff said, to follow under fear against the rulers that be, that use those books to control the people. I think about all the books, yes, they are translated differently, they're written in different languages, but overall I think they say about the same thing. And yeah, I guess in in that portion of what I believe, I would say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'd also be careful though because I think a lot of people that are Christians need something like that the most, and I don't want to rip it away from them without anything to any other way to civilize those instincts because it seems to Christianity for some particular reason seems to work for a lot of people as a civilizing force.
I can say I saw something that was a question mark about religion today, and it was a Reddit post, but it had like a Twitter back and forth or something about the options between the creation side of things or the chance side of things. And I don't think God is some omnipotent being that oversees and puts things together like Legos. I like the idea that God is the metaphor for chance, and that all things, all the chemicals and the pieces, they already exist. But the way that we've studied space means they're all floating around until something gets close to another and they attract. Just they find something out there in the void that attracts, and it just gets bigger and bigger and crashes into more stuff. And if you've ever watched like a rock tumbler before, it can take rough, ugly, unidentifiable rocks, and it can roll them out smooth it all the way to turning them into complete balls if you run them long enough.
I think I had
Yeah.
one as a kid. The rock
Yeah.
tumblers. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way I look at the universe, and I think we're here by chance. Um, the belief in the metaphor of God and like God's grace, it's not a bad thing to believe in, but if you think God's literally gonna like save you from all your mistakes, or it doesn't even have to be your mistake. He's not going to save you from other people's mistakes. Look both ways before you cross the street,
What is
because the
salvation?
driver may not be looking.
Mhm. So Jeff, you asked an important question. What is salvation? So what is and basically it's what is salvation to you? Like so salvation can be, turning your life around, or it could be discovering God that you've never discovered. It could be this amazing turnaround. Like, salvation is basically just being saved basically from yourself. I think that human beings are our own worst enemy. Like we are prone to fail most of the time. But if we can turn our lives around and kind of
Take
learn from our mistakes, we give ourselves salvation. I think God is just a guide. He's a guide to say, all right, do this, don't do this. But it's up to us individuals to figure it out for ourselves. What do you guys think?
I think it is up to us to figure out for ourselves. I do agree
Yeah.
with that part,
Yeah.
regardless of God or not.
Yeah, I
So
lean in that direction.
yeah. So so everybody wants a day off, right? Everybody wants, to win the lottery. Everybody wants to have a fancy car but not to pay for it. So in other words, the analogy is human beings want everything just given to them. But
I don't. I don't know if all human beings want that.
a lot, but the way it works is you have to earn it and you have to get it for yourself.
But some people think they earn it by existing. Like if you're
Exactly.
a citizen of America, you've earned
Yeah.
all this stuff that you should have, or whatever
So
country, or just
that's
life.
the that's the entitlement. That's going off the backs of other people that have earned it, and now you're going off of their achievements. It's like the young generation thinking everything should be given to them.
I
Don't give
never
them
grew
anything.
up feeling like I was owed anything in particular. Like that
Yeah,
mentality was just not something. We got presents at Christmas, and we were
yeah,
appreciative, and it came from Sam. But I never like felt entitled to always have things given to me or anything like
yeah.
that. I
I
was
could
Everything.
add
appreciate.
it too. I could add in there too is that when you look at when people talk about the Constitution and they talk about inalienable rights. Some people say that they are God-given rights. Some people say that they are natural rights. It's on both sides of the fence. The fact that you are born with a voice. Most people are born with a voice. Most people, you know, you're born with the autonomy to go where you want to go and do what you want to do. And there's all the rights that coincide with these natural or God-given rights. However, you have to address every situation with knowledge and perspective and protection because yes, you can 100% say anything you want to say. However, there could be negative consequences to what you say. You know, it may be like, oh, well, I'm using my freedom of speech, but now you're getting fired because you protested at work. You know what I'm saying? Or you got fired because you did what you wanted to at the protest, but things got a little testy and some people got touched, and next thing you know, you're in jail. And because you were in jail, you lost your job. Or I can go hop my neighbor's fence and use it as a shortcut to get to where I want to go. However, he's going to call the police. I'm going to get trespassed. If I did any damage to his lawn running through it, I'm going to get liable for that. There's consequences to your actions. So yes, you have these ultimate freedoms that you're born with that nobody gets to control but you. However, learning about the metaphors that the books write about, learning about your own witness and watching what happens to other people when they step in certain places, and Yeah. There's a reaction to everything that you think you want to put out into the world.
Yeah, it's great. It's the old adage, every action has an equal reaction. So it's going to be, it's going to match your action, and people aren't ready for the reactions, and that's, I think, a lot of things in life. It's like people will do something and they don't expect any kind of blowback for it, any kind of resentment or any kind of like negative things that people do, and from what I see, especially on the internet and like just out and about, people are very emboldened to say and do what they want to do, but they don't realize that there's going to be backlash for your actions. And I think people forget that. People become numb. They can do and say whatever they want to do
I
and
don't know if
say.
there is a lot of backlash for some actions, like in a way that there would have been maybe for us. I
Sure.
think there's a lot of making excuses or coddling or enabling.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on who you're messing with.
Like
'Cause
I
some
see a
people,
lot of things happen on this thing that gets no backlash or consequences at all. That I'm shocked doesn't.
yeah, some there are some, but they're behind the scenes. You don't really see them up front. Um, but it's just people
I
are
still think
people.
it's tribalism. Like people are gonna condemn the thing that their outgroup is doing, and they're gonna like excuse or find ways to rationalize the thing they're doing,
Sure.
even though
And I
it's
agree.
similar.
I totally agree. But remember, everyone has a breaking point, and people will accept a certain amount of a guff and resistance, and then at one point, enough is enough. And then some people do battle back. So you do have that blowback sometimes on certain circumstances. I know I'm being vague right now. I'm just being
No,
lethargic
that's
with
good.
it.
I appreciate it actually.
Yeah. But you have to understand that at one point, someone's going to put their foot down and blow their spot up. That's all.
Yeah.
Um,
I can talk about a specific little instance, not
sure.
necessarily anything that I've ever dealt with personally, but it's easy to explain for me because I've seen it. Is like imagine you're out at a public space and people are drinking and somebody's had too much,
Mhm.
but let's say they're the happy, lovey touchy type of drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And you don't really know them, but somehow you found yourself in a conversation with them, and every other time a point is made or a joke is said, they're like putting their arm around you and being like, "Oh, that was funny," or giving you a little dap on the shoulder, like, "Oh yeah, I got you, man. I understand." But you tell them, "Hey, man, you kind of got to stop touching me."
Yeah.
Or, "Hey, man, stop it." And then, "Hey, I told you, please stop touching me. Hey, I really don't like to be touched." And it just goes on and goes on and goes on. And the drunk dude just absolutely ignores it. And the next
Mhm.
time he puts his arm around the back of your neck, you judo flip him and put him on the ground. Yeah, everybody's going to look at me like, "Oh my God, what just happened? Why are you doing that to him?" It's
I
like,
would love
bro, I
to
told him
judo flip
10
him too.
times to not touch me. I told him 10 times to not touch me. Now, if he wants to charge me with assault, the cops are going to come out. They're going to find out he's completely hammered, and it's going to be on the security cameras how many times he touched me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There
no
will be
doubt.
consequences, like you said
And
about the
also,
breaking.
we call it being too familiar. Like when someone gets too familiar, when someone keeps touching you, keeps putting their arm around you, and if that's your buddy of a long time or your family, and they're just leaning on you because they're intoxicated, that's one thing. But people like to get touchy feely when they get drunk, and if you're an alpha male, it can rub someone the wrong way.
What
I
do you
agree
do?
with you.
Just tell them to stop? That's what I do.
Back up, back up, back off. You need to stop. And it's not even so much that they're being sexual, so to speak. It's just that they keep touching you, and a lot of men, usually alpha men, like I said, don't like being touched all the time. There's a
I,
separation there.
I don't like
It's
being touched. I mean, depends on who's touching, but I don't necessarily like
yeah. If
being
it's somebody
touched
that you
either. That
love,
seems weird
yeah.
for
If,
people
if,
to
if it's
just
family or
randomly
like one of
touch.
your best friends of many many years, or someone, it's different. But like some dude putting his arm around you at the bar, it's like, yo, don't touch me, just get away from me, kind of thing. But people will take liberties when they're intoxicated, and Untrackable's right, and he's like, yo, get away from me. And sometimes you got to hip toss them. You got you said
Yeah,
judo.
I'm a hugger. That's what I'm a
Yeah.
hugger.
You hip toss them. You take them, you flip them on the off the hip, and you just put them
I
on
need
the
to learn
ground.
the hip toss and the judo flip.
Dude,
And,
yeah,
and Jeff,
I'd have you
I,
flipping people in no time. Yeah, it'd be
hey,
great.
hey Jeff, I agree with like what you said. Like, you know, you're a hugger. I'm a big handshaker, and with close people that I do know, hugs all around. You know what I mean? But it's like that, you know, welcome hug or that goodbye hug. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna sit there and hug the same person over and over and over again. You know, and you know, I just don't do it like that. There's nothing wrong with a hug, but are we going to sit here and embrace all night because I like you?
yeah.
You know, and
Maybe.
you're my friend. You're a dude, and you're my friend. It's
Oh,
I wouldn't let a.
maybe.
I'm married. I'm married, so I wouldn't even let a woman touch me like that.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, some of the women, some of like your women's friends will keep touching you, and it makes it awkward. You know, the situation, it makes it really awkward. You know, it's like
I was
stop touching.
actually I was actually in a real world situation. Me and the dudes, we were shooting cornhole, and the way we do it is, you know, you got two people that are on a team, and there winds up being a line of twos waiting to get next game. You know how you call next, and so these two females, they just we were in between games, so we were just switching out people. That's all it was. Like, hey, you guys leave the board, you two join the board, and we're going to get this next round going because a lot of people want to play. So we keep it going. And they just hijacked the board and started throwing the bags, and we tried to get the bags back, and they started doing that girly thing where it's like, no, I'm going to hold on to it. What are you going to do? Take it from me type stuff. So we're like, hey guys, let's just agree. Let's let these drunk ladies play. We'll make quick work of them, and that'll be that. Well, the girl that was throwing against me on my side of the board, she kept doing the hand on the arm. She kept doing the, you know, reaching for the touch. And I told her straight up, don't touch me. Don't touch me. To the point where, like, I looked at her dead in her face and I got loud. And I was like, I put my finger in her face. I wagged my finger and it was like, no touching, lady. And everybody at the patio turned around and looked to see what was going on. And so we finished the game, and she started talking shit like she wasn't going to leave the board because she was hammered. But then her friend started like insinuating that she was like a police officer. I guess they were out having some sort of celebration, and I don't know what it was, and I don't care. But my wife is out there. All my friends are out there. Nobody knows who the hell these people are. And it was like, all I got to do is make it known that this woman's touching me, you know, unwarranted. And if it's not my wife, it'll be every other lady out there on the patio coming to take care of this. Thankfully, her friend took her away, realizing that she had gone too far and she was causing a disturbance. And being a police officer drunk causing a disturbance, I'm pretty sure they don't want the police to show up and have to handle that. So, you know, they separated themselves. It was a non-issue, but at the same time, her freedom of what she wanted to do with her drunk body in touching mine, it got everybody's attention, and nobody was happy with that girl. I swear.
Police go out and they go to bars, they get hammered as well. But you can carry your badge and ID. But if you are drinking, even as an officer, you're not allowed to carry your firearm. You cannot have your firearm on you if you're drinking, if you're consuming alcohol.
Yeah, nobody can.
Yeah, nobody. There's no exception for that. Um, but yeah, a lot of cops would go to the bars, you know, after hours, and then oh, I'm a cop. Okay, well, you ain't on duty. And they would like run their mouth, and they'd get beat up. They'd get beat up in the fucking club. It's funny as shit. It's like just because you're a police officer doesn't mean you could be an asshole to people, you know. And but yeah, if she was putting her hands on you, that's completely unwelcomed, you know. But no, people take the liberties. And that's one thing. People are going to probably get mad at me right now for saying this, but women, unfortunately, do have a better pass, like a harassment pass, than men do. They do. So like a woman's allowed to touch your chest and go like this, and oh, he's cute, like they're allowed. Oh, ha ha ha, she's so funny, right? But if a man walks up to a woman and starts grabbing on her, it's like World War III. So don't you gentlemen think it should be equal? It should be equal, men or women. Don't touch somebody unwarranted. That's all I'm trying to say.
I handle all that stuff in the situation because being
Yeah.
from the South, we touch each other all the time. So it depends on why they touch me, who's doing it, all that stuff. And then I would just tell them to stop. Like it's not even a
Yeah.
big
I've
thing.
seen drunken women
Oh
at the
yeah,
front,
drunk people.
at the ocean front grabbing on guys, like grabbing dudes, and they're like, "Yo!" And then his girl is right over here, and they start scrapping it out. It's like, "Yo!" It's like Jerry Springer, So
A snake? What? How am I a snake?
yeah.
Hang on, somebody's here trying to start drama.
Let's see, who is it? Who is it?
I don't know. Somebody thinks I'm a
Let the
snake.
snake tighten this act loose. I
Cynthia's the
don't
one that
want
made the video about me making fun of my autism and calling me gay and making fun of my homosexuality and all this other
So
stuff.
Daniel
So if
Price. Yeah, so no, it's also Daniel Price. Why don't you come up and wink that big beautiful?
I'll put my character against hers any day if she's the reference for me being a snake.
Anybody wants to come up right now and debate me, I will debate anybody right now if they want to come up. Come on, you got me on panel. We'll debate. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Right, and Wombat, like I can understand it happening because you're testing. You never know what their response is. So you can try one time because you never know, and
Yeah.
when they tell you to stop, that's it. That's it.
People should respect other people's boundaries. That's all.
Yes,
The
yes.
whole
When
thing.
somebody indicates like if you're testing to see if there's a boundary, fine. Once you discover there's a boundary, then honor it.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
It's different if someone is like welcoming you into their personal space. If somebody's waving you in, hey, go for it. Have a blast. Go nuts, as they would
And
say.
even then, the second that they indicate a boundary,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. You honor it, regardless of how much they let you in. The minute they
Mm-hmm.
set a boundary, that's it. That's as far as you go.
You have to admit, Jeff, human interaction, physical interaction is very risque.
Okay, Daniel. I don't know what's. You might not even be the real Daniel, but this is.
You put
I'm
more
putting you in
negative stuff.
timeout. I
Just
was.
bang. Get rid of them.
Daniel was a regular, and he was not ever this hateful before, so it has me
Well,
suspicious.
let me see. Let me
But
see
it's his rhetoric. It's definitely his style.
Let me see the punctuation.
I think somebody. You know what I'm thinking now that okay, y'all listen. I talked about an incident a while back where like something happened on the stream, and then it split the whole panel and chat into like two different realities, and half of us were convinced that one thing happened, and half of us were convinced that another thing happened. And I went back and I replayed the stream and I showed people exactly what happened, and there was still this other group in this other reality. And Daniel was one of the people that had split off into that second reality. Now that I think about it, and ever since then, like he's had this weird idea of me as a person because of what he thought was happening with this other person. It was so weird. It was like how January 6th split people's brains into two different realities of what happened.
Yeah, people will. Jeff, even the most astute person can be manipulated by someone else's opinion. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe they fell into someone else's narrative.
It was
I don't know.
perceptual. It was like we were all watching the same event happen. It was like the vase and two faces. But half of us were seeing it one way, and half of the chat and the panel was seeing it a different way.
Yeah.
And Dutchie was involved. That's where the Dutchie troll started, where it started to.
Yeah.
She was the one that instigated the whole thing, and that's when the community started to split. Because at first we were all one happy community until reality split.
Jeff, this is my opinion only. This is my opinion only. So this is not anything of Gen X Jeff. She's not good for your channel. She's very
I know
very
that. You
disruptive.
don't have to convince me.
Yeah. She's something else. We'll just say it there. Very angry, upset.
But
person.
I don't want to make drama about her either if she's not here. But
no
yes,
problem.
that's been my experience as well.
And I want to make
she
it
was
clear
definitely
that
a
she's
threat
been
to
here
the
whole
community.
time. She's been here for like 2 or 3 months now, and we didn't even like realize.
Right, I didn't even know it was her.
So she's been playing it cool under her alternates.
Yeah, as long as I don't know, and as long as she plays by the rules like everybody else.
I pulled her card with the twisted pretzel, and then she's like, she got exposed because that was her main sock account, and then now she's gone now. So it's
Well,
all
no,
good.
I'm sure she's gonna. That's
It's
what I'm
all
saying. They're
good.
just gonna keep coming back. So as long as I don't know who they are and they're contributing and not disrupting,
It's
I
all
don't mind.
good. It's all good. It's all about
I'm all
fun.
about like we reform trolls are allowed here. Like if you're a troll but you want to come here and act otherwise here, that's fine.
You got to be reborn again. You got to go through the baptism. You got to go through Gen X Jeff baptism, and you can come back as a reformed troll.
I just found out yesterday. I had no idea. And I actually like Twisted was one of the people I liked. Every time
Yeah.
they comment I had no clue.
You got to
I
wash
do
the
the
blood.
time.
You got to wash
I
the blood into
just
the infidels, and Jeff will remake you. He'll baptize you into the trolling game again.
All right, let me see who this guy is. Yo,
Yo.
what's up?
I'm a troll. I'm looking to be
You
reformed.
have your
What
okay.
up,
That's
There you
Dad?
are.
Vinny. That's Vinny Pants. That's Vinny Pots and Pans.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Vinny has
Welcome.
arrived. Vinny just took the shuttle from Mars. Vinny, welcome. Case of Deech, welcome, my
It's
friend.
the dish. Hello, everybody. Yeah, is this troll reform? Am I late for the meeting?
Combat. I'm not saying it was a secret. I'm saying I had no idea until yesterday. I did not know it. Nobody clued me in. So
Troll
Vinny, is that a
Anonymous.
new?
I
Vinny, is
was
that a new?
clueless.
Vinny, is that a new bill from Eric Adams? Troll reform? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
right.
What's up, man? Good to see you, brother.
Same here, man. Same.
What's going
here.
down? What's going down in your neck of the woods?
Nothing much. A lot of rain. A lot of rain.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
are you near Florida?
No,
he's,
I'm in New York.
Oh, okay.
he's in
Yeah.
the mountains. He's up in the mountains. He's the mountain man. He's Grizzly Adams.
I can believe it. The Italian Grizzly Adams.
He's
Yeah.
got a big beard and like this long
No,
rifle that he puts the
I'm
one
5 o'clock
pattern.
Shadow Adams. I'm 5 o'clock Shadow Adams. I'm not so
Hey,
grizzly.
Mike,
I'm a shadowy Adam.
I love Vinny. He's one of my favorite trolls. I'm gonna dub him one of our house trolls. He's a resident
Vinny
troll.
says Vinny saw a black bear in his yard. He goes, "You talking to me? You talking to
That's
me?"
right. Let me tell you something. When black bears come by, this kitty cat of mine, let me tell you, right in the tush, right up the tree they chase him.
It's like Raid. They all check in, Vinny, but they don't check out.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
Roach Motel. That's a tough bargain. That joint. I got
Vinny,
caught.
you busted.
I got caught
Vinny
trying to
busted
avoid
your
tracking.
Vinny, I'm sure you did Vice when you were younger. Yeah, the Roach Motels, the pay by the hour motels. Oh my God! Holy
Yeah,
moly.
that was when I was driving around in my Ferrari Testarossa, black
That's
and
it.
white, and cruising in Miami beaches and shit.
What were you like? Axel Foley driving around Detroit in a Testarossa? The heat is on. You're like dancing around in like $1,000 suit. No, it's great, man. I mean, back in the day, New York was just crazy. It was a crazy place. It really was.
hey, don't mix up the episodes. I think he was mentioning more like Miami Vice, and then you got Beverly Hills Cop.
Untrackable. Why did you sound? Let me ask you a question. Untrackable. Why did you sound Italian out of nowhere? You sounded like a Goomba out of nowhere. Hey, yo, don't mess up. You sounded Italian out of nowhere. We're rubbing off on you, man. We're rubbing
Hey.
off on
Hey, yo,
Oh, forget about it.
Hey, oh, look at my beard over here. My beard is in witness protection. Oh. No, it's good, man.
My beard has a beard.
My beard. It's got its own zip code over here. No, but I got a friend, he's got a big beard. I'm like, how do you maintain that thing? Untrackable, do you ever use the beard oil? I didn't even know there was any such thing as a beard oil. I guess it keeps it from like getting dry. I don't know.
Dude, if you don't use any beard oil or you don't use any whatever, something like conditioner, dude, your hair gets all brittle and it fucking just breaks.
You get
It's all
ashy, right? Moves, you get ashy.
I don't have too many issues like that. I just use soap. But I can tell you like this. I have like early psoriasis, so I get like a new spot every year that crusts up. And
Wait, go ahead.
in the
Look at
All
look
right,
at DJ.
that's the
Hang on. I
thing.
want to get. I want
Hold
to.
on,
I
let me
want
read
that.
this
I
to you.
want
Let me
Track
read
boy to
this
get
to
his
you.
thing out.
I'm gonna
Go
read
ahead.
this
I'm
to you so
sorry.
you get the
I'll
full
wait. Go
effect.
ahead.
No,
Holy
pull
shit.
it back up. I can't see it now.
so I've done some. I've
Oh
done the
man.
beard oil stuff, but
Yeah.
I haven't found something that doesn't make the irritation worse.
Mhm.
Everything that I've done makes it worse. So just keeping it clean
Yeah.
is about the best thing I can do. As far as the brittleness, nah, man, it gets so long. They pop out on their own before they ever break. You know what I'm saying?
You ever get it caught in a car door on track?
Hang
Like
on,
it gets
Mike.
caught in
Hang
a
on.
car
Hang on.
door?
Let me do this. Let me cut in.
I'm gonna mute.
Because first I'm trying. I'm trying to stop laughing. Um.
That's the thing, Edwin
Okay,
boy.
Daniel.
Come on, let
Um.
me read it.
Okay, Dan. But so far I don't know
Excellent.
what the substance behind this is. Like, yeah, you have. I did something to
Look at
cause
these
to like
comments.
invoke all of this strong feeling and rhetoric. I'm just not sure what that something is, what the two-faced action is. So
Whoa.
usually when that happens, it's because the person doesn't have. It was like subjective, and they don't have anything actually concrete, and it's like they're processing. Like, and
Hold
I
on,
know
Jeff.
that there's like a strong anti-left bias on here sometimes. So people come here from the left side and see me
So,
as different than I am. There's a
so,
narrative about me coming up on that side related to some of this.
so, just so everybody knows on panel, we're all panelverse pukes. Just so everyone knows.
All right, I'm good. He's done. He's the threats of
Oh,
violence. I'm very serious about
God.
that shit.
I don't
These
even
people, they're
recognize that
so
name.
ridiculous. They're so ridiculous with their comments. They're so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't
guys.
know what that was about. Okay, I'm two-faced. We can move on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop it at once, whatever it is.
You're
I
two
love
faced,
it.
Jeff.
Stop that thing that you're doing that I'm not gonna even tell you what it is, but you better stop. That's the order.
Jeff, just
Can
make
someone
everybody a big screen.
clarify? Can you clarify
Jeff, just make.
who Jeff backstabbed? Who did Jeff backstab?
No.
I'm just curious.
Hey, I want to bring up some that Mike had said earlier when it was the more religious talk about the word salvation, and you said that it's like when you come to a realization about maybe your actions leading to an end game, want to
Mhm.
change the end game, you have to save yourself from yourself, and
Yeah.
I think once people do that, um, nobody else can hurt them. You know, like your trolls and your okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Um, your trolls, like once you've defined how you're going to live your life and the direction that you're going to go, like
Yeah.
nobody can stop you.
Yeah, you're right. That's what helps me is I'm very clear about what I want to do here, and that's I
Sure.
think why the trolls don't get the traction that they do on some other channels that
Because
are still
they
trying to figure that out.
they can't affect you, Jeff. They can't get to how they want to get to. And untrackable is right. You know, if you cut off their. Let me tell you, I told my daughter. My daughter was going through a big thing, right, where she was trying to get acceptance from a guy, right. She was a teenager, and I said, honey, the only power anyone has over you is the power that you give them. Does that make sense, gentlemen?
Yeah, unless they have like some physical force or authority over you, pretty much yes.
You know, and Vinny would come in once in a while back in the day, and because Vinny's very religious, and Vinny would come in and he would kind of calm people down, you know, getting upset about stuff, you know, and
Vinny.
so yeah, you
Well,
know,
I'm
he
not
would.
really religious, Mike. I'm
But you know,
most
you'd come in and you'd set someone straight a little bit, you know, come on, you know, and you use like, you know,
well, it's a good point, Mike.
yeah,
Because if
yeah,
Jeff, you allow me, I just want to just clarify for some people that are out there, just to remind them once again, religion is man-made. Religion is such as Catholics, Jewish, whatever, and down the line. I grew up Catholic, and I am just more spiritual now. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God, but it's nothing the way that the ruse has been taught to us ever since I was born and had gone through a Catholic fucking institution. So, with that said, being religious is you got to get to church and you got to go to this place. No, fuck church. God's everywhere. And when you quiet your mind and you just have the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith and the sword of truth, then you're good to go. But I'm not out there preaching for anybody, you better do this or God or that and whatnot. But, I'm just, I am so better off for it, not being rused anymore by donating to church and confessing to strange fucking men in dark closets in the side of the fucking building and shit. You know what I'm saying? The creepy ass shit But anyway. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Vinny, like you said about religion, stuff like that. I've had to. I think I found it someplace written this way, but some of it may just be my own thought process on it. Is that religion to me is faith-based actions towards a perceived outcome. So if you want your outcome to be, the Christian heaven, then maybe you're gonna live a certain way that's prescribed by, the Bible and all that surrounds it. Whereas if you think and believe that, hey, when I die, lights out, that's it, I just want to live a good life and leave a legacy for my family, then you're going to wake up at the same time every morning. You're going to get yourself ready to go to work the same way you always do. And you're going to go through these, it seems like just a life ritual. You're going to do the same thing because you believe that it's going to create gains. And when lights go out, you're going to leave behind a forever legacy where people will never stop saying your name because you were a good man, you were a good father, you were a good husband, you were a good worker. And people will remember you just like that. That's what I believe.
I'm more into I could really give a fuck about leaving a legacy. I'm just more into, enjoying my time while I'm here. Now, I am just the opposite on that, Untrackable. Like, you got all these motherfuckers out there wanting to leave their own little mini mausoleums on the footprints of fucking cemeteries and shit. And to me, that's a pompous way to look at things. Like, I got to look at my God and say, is that like what we're supposed to be doing? Like the pompousness and just the vanity of like a guy like Trump, and not to get political with it, but this guy wants his name on every fucking building all over the world. Now, to me, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by disgusting is that I don't need to be validated and look, my name's on that building and I got that building and that building. But there are people that are out there because he runs in multifaceted billions of dollar people who, make skyscrapers for fun, like we used to do as children with Legos, but they do it with real shit. So he's just a whole different kind of person. But the legacy aspect of it is no one's ever going to remember you. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And I don't
Well,
want.
maybe
I
now
wouldn't
that
want
we're
to
all on
be remembered
YouTube,
in a
but
way, and I can't say nobody would remember you, but I'm just saying, if you're living your life to be remembered when you're gone, and you're not even certain where you're gonna go while you're here, and you're worried about leaving things and legacies and shit, I think things are a little ass backwards in your priorities.
No, it's perfect. It makes perfect sense. It's like even in the Italian culture, when someone passes away, the person that gives the most flowers love the person the most. You got the biggest headstone, a mausoleum there is. The bottom line is that's all status quo. That's for, look at me, look how important I was. Why don't you take that money and donate it to a good cause?
Yeah,
But
Jeff,
just like Trump puts his name out there to be remembered, you will be remembered. But all he's doing is
he'll be
showing
remembered.
he's showing his vanity. It's
Yeah,
his.
he got the
It's
immortality he's looking for.
yeah.
like Jeff, I had family members who had passed, and this is just around like 2019, 2020, just before the seat of the V shit happened. But I'm like, I don't want to go. It's a family member, but it's to that point where it was like, for me as a man, like he's related to the guy, but why do I feel like I got to go now and go to a wake and the funeral and the hearses and just I don't know. Like, to me, funerals are a thing of the past. If I was ever to have a funeral where, excuse me, where I'm the guest, I want everybody to be fucking happy.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
want
want
to
a
already
second line
be in the
and a third
ground
line.
or wherever I'm going, whatever I decided to do with whatever. But a lot of people. Well, why aren't you going to the funeral, Vinny? Because
Did you end
I
up
don't
going
want to.
to these?
No, I says
Oh.
no. I says no. I'm not going. And
Yeah,
of course,
that's
with
what
the
I.
riff, Jeff. It was like I don't know, but a couple of other people in the family, they kind of understood it because they would say the same thing. It would kind of like stirred up, no pun intended, a pot of saying, why the fuck are we here? Why did I drive 3 hours wearing this stupid necktie and I don't want to wear on a fucking Monday afternoon going to this stupid, squeaky floored, old fucking stinky funeral home in Brooklyn somewhere?
Funerals are for the living. If people don't need them, don't go to them. It's for the people that
But I'm
need them.
just saying, like the whole put on a tie, put on the coat, the dark colors. Here we go, everybody come in, shush, be miserable, and let me just walk and hear my squeaks on the floor of the stupid house. That's the worst. If you're a funeral homeowner out there,
Ours had carpet.
No squeaky floors. Fix your fucking floors because it's so fucking quiet.
Fix your funeral home. My God.
It's a home. It's like a.
There'll be Yelp reviews. Too squeaky. God damn. Squeakiest funeral home out there.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
It's tough. It really is tough, seeing someone buried. But like you said, it's very like funerals now. They're ridiculous. It's like the person's gone. It is what it is. Many years ago, carpet cleaners. Internet god. Okay, go fuck yourself. But go ahead, Jeff.
Oh no, I don't have anything.
The internet god
is playing around the chat.
Internet god's a troll. It's all good.
Yeah, he's auditioning for Resident Troll too. We have a few openings.
Oh, no
Daniel
problem.
was one of them, so we just opened a spot right there.
Yeah. I wouldn't expose a troll on your panel, but it's all good.
You know from somewhere else. Oh, by the way, we were supposed to exchange emails.
I put it in the backstage.
Here, do you trust these people?
You
can type it now, because nobody new will see it coming in.
Let me see. Put it for you.
Apparently, that was like an internet topic. I think I saw a headline: Mike and Jeff exchange emails.
I know, right? They're in love now.
We have our own little storyline.
We're
just
together.
Like me and Barnabas. Where's my other boyfriend at lately? I haven't seen him.
Where'd he go? He like
all these guys. This is more dates than I ever got in real life.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Jeff. Boom. There it is.
All right, I'll shoot you mine.
Very simple. Very simple.
You guys better hook me up in this three-way and get the party started.
Hey, Moose,
Moose. I'm sorry, but you're a disgusting straight man, and we don't want you in our little club. I'm sorry. You're not included in our little club.
I was more like he's a father and a husband.
I'm joking. I'm joking around. But Moose, you did not pass the test. Sorry, you failed. You lose.
Nobody wants to smell a wild animal in their room,
Too gamey.
Moose is jealous. He's so jealous. He wants to be a part of the Jeff X Club. He's just not a part.
Oh no, y'all don't. That is not a Hall of Fame. That's like a
I'm
House of Horrors.
Joking. Totally joking. Moose is like one of the backbones of this channel. He's one of the backbones of this channel.
All right, let's get Chester. I don't know what you're up to. Let's let you sit for a while.
At the end of the week, we could email each other about it, like old ladies, and we could be like, "Yo, I like this part of the book,"
And Untrackable is stroking the beard like, "Why the hell am I here right now? Like, what am I doing on this panel?" Calgon, take me away. No, it's awesome. This is the best diverse panel ever.
He's stroking that beard because he's like,
oh yeah, he's working it. He's working that beard, man. It's it. It's gonna turn to solid gold here shortly.
Look at that thing.
Look at that! A fucking an entire blue jay just flew out. Did you see that blue jay fly out of his beard? It was like, and just like flew out. Love it.
That's all
Oh, welcome,
soap, ladies and
Shameless.
gentlemen. That's all soap right there. There's no beard oil in
Hmm.
there.
Sasquatch
None
was
of
on
that
last
fucking
night,
hippy
like
dippy
talking
shit.
about his
That's
beard.
all soap, baby.
Yeah, Untrackable uses WD-30. WD-30, actual motor oil, gets it all slick and luxurious. Look at that. You know what? We should have a fund. Jeff, you should make like a fund to have him shave his beard off and see what he looks like.
He said he did that on one channel one night.
Yeah. You probably look like you're 12 years old, bro. If you shaved your beard, you probably look like you're 12 years old. Like, who the hell is that? Why is someone's kid on this panel? Get this kid out of here. But the funniest thing is that when the dads have a big beard and they're on YouTube and they'll shave their beard and they're like toddler will see them for the first time. They get scared. They start crying because they've only seen their dad for like 6 months with a big ass beard. So they don't look it up. It's funny as shit.
Oh,
It's
man.
like they're like,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Mike. I've done that, and I want to say she was less than a year,
Yeah.
and I had been growing the whole beard basically since she was born. So you got to
Yeah.
think like 8 or 9 months of growth, which is I'm closing in on about the same now. And so all she ever knew was, daddy's got a hairy face, and she's growing and my beard's growing. And then one day I told my wife, I was like, hey, you two sit on the couch and you have your camera ready. So I went, took the clippers and took it all off, shaved my head, everything, and took a shower, got cleaned up, and I come out with the towel on my covering my entire face. And we did that, and I removed that towel like maybe a foot from her face, maybe 6 inches, something.
Yeah.
And at first, like, her eyes got big, like maybe she was about to be scared, but then she giggled and she slapped my freshly shaven face.
I love it, bro.
That's so
That's
based.
awesome.
How old is she now?
She's 6 now.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, she's. I like her.
She's sassy, bro. She's sassy. She gave Dad a slap. She's like, "Psh, don't you try to fool me, sucker." That's awesome.
Yeah,
You
Every
just
time
do.
I
she's been,
shave my beard, it's
That
like
makes
my
me
been
have
wife
talking
hope for the
back.
future, actually.
Well, I didn't want to put Moose out there, but Moose has a Lee press-on beard. His beard is
Stop.
it's blue
Moose, what
on
did you just say about your beard?
Press
It's
on.
made from the finest moose and wool clippings, and he puts it on. He kind of uses a little bit of Elmer's glue. It looks good though, bro. You're rocking it. You're rocking it tight, bro. You're rocking it tight.
Appreciate
No,
it.
I'm just
Appreciate you
I'm
noticing
totally
the
joking,
Elmer's
Moose.
glue.
Totally joking.
Hey, that's a solid though. Elmer's glue. I've been using it since I was a young kid. Shout out to Elmer's.
Shout out to Elmer's glue.
I remember
It's
the
been
glue
getting,
sticks. I used to eat
been getting
those.
teenagers high since 1950.
Yeah. Oh, glue sticks were so good.
Hey, that was an episode of Beavis and Butthead back in the day where they wanted to get chicks, so they had to look older. So they
Yeah.
cut the hair off the top of their head, and they literally glued it to their face, and it looked like they had been crawling through a dumpster.
You remember the one movie? It was the guys who did South Park, and they were. I'm trying to remember the movie.
Team America with the puppets.
Yeah. Team America, Team America, and the guy he glued the beard on his face and it was all splotchy. You remember that? It was
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Dirk
terrorist.
Muhammad
Yeah,
Jihad.
and he's shaking his hands. Yeah, Muhammad Jihad. Yeah. Oh my God.
South
What
Park
a
is
fun,
funny.
what a funny movie, man. Holy crap.
They took our jobs.
America, fuck yeah. Remember the song?
They're gonna take their jobs.
Dude, I got the whole song. America.
We all are.
Yeah.
If anyone's Elmer's glue ad shows up in your feed, let me know tomorrow.
Fuck yeah.
You're gonna start singing. You're gonna
I
start
might
singing.
become a conspiracy theorist along with the rest of you.
That was, dude. That was a great
Terrorist
movie.
game is through. Cause
Yeah.
now
Hey,
you
this
have
is
to
but,
answer
but you're not
to
ready yet.
America.
If you really want to
Fuck
save the
yeah.
world,
What kind
you
of
gotta
fucking women
suck
that
my.
take your house? Yeah.
He said, "Suck my," and then he ended up having to do it. Oh my god, what a crazy movie! From
I
from
had to
from
get
the
get you to believe in yourself.
yeah from the makers of South Park. What would you expect from the makers of South Park? Oh
I
my
believe
god,
I touch the panel. I believe if I hit the link,
that's
I
it.
will give everybody something to think.
Tell him, Vinny. I want to know what dudes is.
I wanna know what trolling is. I know you can
I
show
see an album.
me.
I want
Merch.
to know what dudes
I
is.
wanna
Yeah,
feel how to take another name.
Greatest hits of the Panelverse.
a bunch of drunken moron Italians just singing. I want to know what dudes is.
I bet there's a market for that
Right,
now.
there probably
They
is.
need a fresh new genre.
No, but
These
there is an app
kids
for that, Joe.
could be the next rock and roll.
Oh, I smell a gold record over here. I tell you one thing, all I need is more cowbell. I need more cowbell.
I need more cowbell. Listen,
I got a fever,
I
and
can make.
the only cure is more cowbell. You remember that, the cowbell
I
thing
just
from
laughed
Saturday
Is
Night?
that the Christopher Walken?
Walking, yeah.
Yeah, when he goes,
Saturday Night
I got
Live.
a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell. And he's
Yeah,
like,
the only prescription
he's
is
doing the
more
cowbell. Yeah.
Nice
Oh my
and then
god.
Fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, the Reaper. Yeah, Blue Oyster Cult, right? Blue Oyster Cult. Oh, yeah, the Reaper. He's going boop, 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 boop. He's banging the cowbell in his ear.
I like how his shirt was too small for his stomach.
Way too small. Yeah.
His belly's all hanging out.
That's back when SNL was funny. That's back when they had comedy. Now it sucks. It's
Where's the
terrible.
comedy today?
It's here on the
What?
Panelverse.
Is
That's
this
right.
the next the new wave of comedy?
It's me and Vinny.
I know I
doing,
laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, it's me and Vinny doing a freaking Rodney Dangerfield impersonation on YouTube. That's what we're doing over here.
I get no respect over here.
Hey, I take my wife everywhere. She finds her way home. Oh,
That's
you
it,
know?
Mike. I would just want to drive my car and pass another car without them pointing at my tires.
My wife says, "Take me somewhere I've never been." I said, "Try the kitchen."
My car breaks down so much, Mike. My second car's a tow truck. Ooh.
Bro, you have to watch the old Rodney Dangerfields, like on Carson when he would. So Dangerfield had. Vinny knows this from New York. Dangerfield had an actual club in Manhattan. I think it was under a bridge, right? Was it the BQE? I can't remember exactly where it was, but he had his own.
It was in Times Square.
Okay, he had his own club called Dangerfields, and it was like this little hole in the wall club. And he had Sam Kinison, he had Dice Clay, he had all these famous people that became these conglomerate stars. But Dangerfields was like the place to be for these up and coming comics.
I don't know
But
if
if
the
you
club
look-
is still there, Mike, but there was a place in Sheepshead Bay called Pips,
Mm.
and that's where Dice Clay got his
Yeah.
put his merchant, got his sharpened up his teeth, so to speak.
Amazing. And people don't know this, but Dice Clay, he's not Italian. He's actually Jewish. They just assumed that he was an Italian guy, but he wasn't. He was a Jewish guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Funny as hell. I mean, just a hilarious guy. He'd be off 18th Avenue because he lived in the neighborhood, Vinny. Like when he first started out, he'd be 18th Avenue, and then people would come on, and he'd hate it because he was just trying to be a regular guy back in the day. That we're talking about back in like late 80s, early 90s when he was like still an up and coming comic.
Mm-hmm.
But he always lived in the neighborhood. He always lived in Brooklyn. Always. Go ahead, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, he always seemed to stay around, like
18th Avenue. He was always around 18th Avenue, and he was always in with the Gambinos. You know, he was always in with the mafia guys.
Who we talking about?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, yeah. I just assume y'all all are.
Not always.
Oh.
Vinny went the other way. He went the other way. So he went
That's
the
true.
bad way.
That's that we know of.
Yes. Yes. A lot of envelopes. We don't talk about
Jacques, you're
that.
in troll territory, so if you walk like a troll, talk like a troll, you might get
A
mistaken
lot
for
of
once.
envelopes.
So
That reminds me of the
that's
Captain
why I
Planet.
only timed out.
A lot of envelopes.
Hey,
Vinny.
yo, from Irish heritage, yet I got mixed up at Ellis Island and I went to the wrong neighborhood. You heard?
Wow! Damn, I'm the only little white boy here for once. I'm the white boy.
You can't put you heard in an Italian slang. You have to say, you know what I mean? You know, you got to forget
Nah,
about
I'm saying.
I'm working on a nice slow one. I go, nah, me.
Nah, man. Yo, Vinny,
What do you
Vinny,
do? Deeper you go, nah, me.
Nah,
Vinny,
man.
hit my cash app, B.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking for renovations. Hit my cash.
Yo,
Hit my
Vinny.
Porch Pirate app, B.
Yo, Vinny,
You know,
I
that's
can't
like,
feel my legs. I just got back from jujitsu.
Just give me a carton of Marlboro and I'll be better in the morning.
Oh, don't ask, guys. That's an inside joke with you.
You see, Mike, that's how you could do it without doing it. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
Only, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. You see?
Yeah,
That's
you
how
know.
easy it is.
And
that's something.
Like
It
G.I. Joe
always
said,
Bye.
knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Yeah, Joe said it best.
Yeah. Go ahead, Untrackable. Sorry, brother.
No, I was gonna say, like that's an American thing. It's like, if you're Italian and you don't sound like you're from New York, they want you to prove that you're Italian, but it's not an Italian accent. It's a fucking New York accent.
Look at this goomball over here. Look at this guy.
Oh, look at the other
Hey,
cat.
yo,
All the mookery is beginning.
It's funny because I smelled garlic out of nowhere, and all of a sudden Tommy appeared.
Where are you in the woods?
I'm right outside my work. I just got done.
Oh, okay.
Don't let
He's
that
got
deer
that-
get
he's
you,
got
Tommy.
that- he's
I
got
know
that
he's looking for
truffle.
you. Watch out
Tommy,
for that
you got
deer.
that
He's
truffle?
looking for you.
You have to. He's running from the feds. He's like Soprano when he's running
I'm not running from the feds, Mike.
Tommy was at Johnny Sack's house, and he's running through the snow. Running from the feds real quick.
Oh wait, hang on. Let's see. We got the haircut.
Got my hair cut.
Look at that.
Oh wow!
No
look
more
at-
rat tail.
The
No more
Busker-
mullet.
Busker
Looking
in
good.
the house.
You might want to flick your ash. I don't know what your skill level is.
Yeah,
Now that's
So
an
long.
yeah, my
That looks good, Busker. Yeah,
yeah, my
Buster, you look good, man. You look like me in 60 years.
you can
You look
panel
good.
more now.
yeah, well, that's
Like
my
me in
brother.
Wait, he looks like you in 60 years? What?
I'm just messing with it. I'm messing
He's
with
probably younger than you.
I'm
He probably is.
45, dude. I
Buster, you're like 13 years old with a beard. Why are you smoking? What's going on over there?
I'm 45, dipshit.
Okay, here's someone I haven't seen in a while. What's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Salute, Leggy.
Yeah, what up, Leggy? Salute.
It's a party. man.
Tommy, listen, I lied, bro. I thought he already been to the corn concert. Nah, he was at your corn concert, my father-in-law. Like, they went from Maine to wherever the
Yeah.
fuck you were, because you went Friday night, right?
Last Friday.
Yeah, it was last Friday. Yeah, that was the same night they went. Yeah, yeah. I was
That's
like,
cool.
that's fucking a small fucking world, man, really.
Yeah, man. It's like everybody that's going to those concerts are posting them online. So they're doing the same set, wearing the same clothes on each, you know what I'm saying? On each show.
Yeah, no, I thought it was, I thought they'd already been to
Actually,
it.
you know
But
what?
it was the Metallica one they've been
That's
to.
great. Man.
They went to Metallica and
Yeah,
whoever
the
they're
closer
touring
the
with.
Screen to me, the better.
Tommy, the other day, did you hear a jet fighter over Philadelphia or anywhere?
But
If I just like send more.
yeah, yeah.
There was a jet fighter fucking buzzing
Fucking
Philadelphia
shit, man.
a couple of days ago.
Is there room?
Why? What was it doing?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to find out. No
Yeah,
one
this
seems to
last
know
weekend-
who it was or where it was, because it was
Yeah.
purposely like buzzing fucking residential neighborhoods.
Is it
Wait, what? Mr. Salty got canceled? The pretzel guy? What
Just look it
happened?
up
Because he's a
online, Tommy,
man?
real quick.
They're gonna have a Mrs.
Philadelphia
Salty now?
Why would
Goodbye,
they?
Mr. Salty.
I gotta wait. Hang on, this is breaking news. I gotta see what this business is about.
What's wrong with Salty?
I don't know. The woke
Nothing.
are
They're
going
just
after him.
He's gone.
Isn't Trump in Pennsylvania? Maybe that's why there was deaths.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see anything. I think I'm being trolled. they know how to push my woke buttons.
Trump's got all the
Well-
swing states. Trying to call the swing states. Georgia, probably Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
chopping
yeah.
up, Tommy.
You're chopping up. You're breaking up, Tom.
All right, let me move.
You gotta go back in the woods.
Wrap it up.
Let me go back in the woods.
Wrap it up. Well, who's that guy that was in the woods that day? Who was that dude? Was it Lanza was in the woods that remember?
Oh yeah, he was gonna show us an island. I still want to see it.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Tommy was like, "Where'd you hide the bodies?"
You go and
I
cook
was-
a pretzel. Oh,
I was dead,
that
bro.
sounds good.
Dead. Oh my
Well,
god.
Oh, I go for a cheese pretzel right now.
Some combos.
Yeah, like just like a pretzel with American cheese on top. That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
You gotta think outside the box, Tommy.
Or,
Outside-
Salty pretzel.
You're better
Making me
than
hungry.
American processed cheese.
Ooh,
better.
like Cheese Whiz.
Cheese,
Or
I
Velveeta
just said it's
slices?
processed, but I love cheese whiz though.
Nothing says elegance like cheese out of a can.
The thing,
It's
Cheese Whiz was fun. It wasn't necessarily like tasty, but it was fun. But I hated Velveeta. To this day, I don't like the taste of
Jeff,
Velveeta.
we don't want to know why cheese whiz was fun for you, okay? To us, we don't think.
Well,
we don't
let me
think
ask you
of
this:
cheese whiz
What-
fun.
when you're super hungry, what's the first thing that you would want like to eat like right away? Like, what's your favorite thing? Like, if is it like a
Skins.
As an adult or as a kid?
anything? Like if you're like, yo, I'm hungry, I want this.
As adult, it's a big bag of some kind of flavor of potato chips. And as a kid, it was probably 3 or 4 bowls of cereal and milk.
Doritos or Cinnamon Toast Crunch right now.
No,
I have
no,
my
mine's
fan.
still
Exactly.
Fruity
See,
Pebbles.
Gen
Fruity
X.
Pebbles. I got
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
Cereal and snacks.
Yeah,
And frozen crap.
yeah, I love Doritos.
Untrackable. What is your favorite?
Oh, he's going to make a pretzel.
Yeah,
Not-
You know what's pretty good is those
He
damn
likes
peanut butter and
pretzels
jelly
apparently.
crustables.
They all
yeah.
go
Is that
through-
what?
Those peanut
The crustables.
PB
The
and J
crustables.
crustables, man. You put
Yeah,
them
the
in your
crustables.
freezer.
That's your go-to food?
It's not a
Yeah,
go-to.
you-
It's just
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that
You
was
put
the
them in the
question.
refrigerator. You put them. They got to be cold. They have to be cold though. Like Vinny said, they have to be cold.
They used to serve those to the kids at school, and I felt
I like
so.
them.
I almost wanted to report the school for abuse. It was so sad watching the kids like that was their meal, and they would like trade it with each other. and-
If you're in a pinch and you want something good, you go to 7-Eleven. You get the quarter pounder, which is an Oscar Mayer hot dog, and you get the chili and cheese on it. Just a chili and cheese hot dog. I mean, it fill you right up. You know, $3. You're good to
Well,
go.
we're-
Sounds
I
gross.
know.
I don't know.
we're
That sound
not
like I'd pay for
fans.
that the whole next day on the toilet bowl, man.
I was gonna say we know that Mike gets some
Toilet
fucking
tax.
nasty fat.
Oh yeah, I like a
Sorry about
weenie.
the potty humor.
I can't lie about it. I like a weenie. I've been taught by the best. You know.
Well, we're
Mike,
we're
do
in
you have to
rehab.
carry paper towels with you and wipe your ass afterwards after you eat them chili dogs?
I'm dead.
Didn't Italians invent sausage? Who invented sausage?
Sausage. The Germans. The Germans.
Oh,
German.
right. The
Kielbasa.
Germans.
Yeah, kielbasa.
The Germans. And the Italians did the twist on it with the different seasonings. But I believe the Germans invented the sausage and the hot dog, right?
And
Who
the
invented the
kielbasa.
pretzel? That sounds
kielbasa.
German too.
The
Yeah.
kielbasi.
The Germans had a lot of really good
It's
food.
the
They
Cabassier,
Well, they don't
It's
today.
the
What
Cabassier.
happened?
Cabassier. What is that? Like in a little wine glass? Yeah, the Cabassier.
It's the Cabassier.
Yeah.
Authentic cheese steaks are with cheese whiz. Actually.
Are you serious? The Philly?
Yeah.
No.
Philly.
No. Don't tell me. No, you don't shatter my
Yeah.
reality like that. I
You can
can't.
do, well, you can
have
get them
trauma.
either way, but a lot of people get whiz. Like they serve them with whiz. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mine had
I
some
get the
kind of
Philly.
like whitish cheese on it. It
Yeah.
White
seemed
American.
like it was.
Maybe
White American.
provolone. I love provolone cheese. That's so good.
It was one of the. It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it's amazing. When I
I
get a
can't. I
cheesesteak,
refuse to believe it's
yeah.
cheese, fake cheese.
Hey,
The best.
I don't know anything about like Philly as far as like the city, but I have seen through the food channels. There's a spot where they have the dueling cheesesteak spots
Yeah,
that both
Pat's and
like
Geno's in South Philly. Yep.
yeah. So
Are
you
they
know what I'm talking.
authentic? Are they legit?
They're right
But
across the street from each other, and they are legit, and they've been competing for
Tommy,
years.
Tommy, who's the best? Tommy, who's the best? Say it straight up. Who's the best?
I mean,
Geno's or Pat?
I like Pat's personally. Like I always like
Gino
going to Pat.
sounds more Philly.
But Geno's is really good too. I mean, either one
Pat
is.
sounds more modern.
Dude, to be honest, they use the same ingredients, so I don't even know why. It's like the same friggin' cheesesteak, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was the same owner too.
It's just that preference of the cheese whiz
But
cheddar or the
they're what-
provolone. It's like, what do you like?
Yeah, it's whatever you want, you know.
If I visited there, probably even within the course of one day, I'd probably try both sides of the street, and I'd love them both. I know I would.
Yeah, they're really good, and the lines are always long. And you know, the people that work there, they don't. The guy that owns Geno's got in a lot of trouble because he put a sign out front that says, "If you don't speak English, you can't come here." Like, don't
He
come.
said,
trying to
"Don't
speak
come
the
here or
line."
come here. We got you."
Well, yeah, like don't
Well,
come.
then I
to
would
the
have put a
counter.
sign on the other side saying, "Come here."
Yeah, like he got because it would hold the lines up. It would hold like their lines are long and.
Oh, they don't have people skill. They don't have the
Yeah.
patience to. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need me in there. I could get
Get a regular to order for you or something.
Yeah, it's like someone to go through the line and figure out what they want by the time they get to the window.
Exactly.
It's easily solvable. They're not good entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Let's say I go to France. I go to France, right? And I want to order something, and I'm going to look up what to say. You know, the term, or at least write it down. This is what
They're still going to be rude to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, you're right. They're trying to stumble through the words, and they would show the lines being backed up because people wouldn't speak. They didn't know what they wanted. And never get in line if you don't know what you want to order. If you want to think about it outside the line. You know what I'm saying? Because you hold the line up. It's like people in front of you go, and it's like, all right, get out of line.
That was the whole reason he put that sign down because people used to get really pissed.
That's all it was. It wasn't being rude. It was like
Hey,
it's
Spike.
the line's got to move. It's got to move along. That's all.
No, I flew out to Philadelphia just to do the Pats versus Geno's in my first years of YouTube. And he will literally put you at the end of the line if you don't know how to order.
Yeah.
Into the back.
You gotta say whiz without or whiz with. That means with onions or
Exactly.
without onions. Yeah, you got.
What is he like, the soup Nazi of cheesesteak?
It's a whole. Yeah, it's just like that, Vinny. Yo, Vinny, it's just like that.
Yo, Vinny, no soup for you.
No cheesesteak for you.
No cheesesteak for you. Come back tomorrow.
Yo, Vinny, you come back
tomorrow.
No, you come back 1 year. You come back 1 year.
Yeah, you're too fat. You should eat vegetable.
Yeah, that was the best Seinfeld episode. He's like,
No soup for
I have no bread. Don't push it. Don't push it.
Oh, he goes, you want bread? You want bread? $2. $2. Everybody got free bread. No soup for you.
He opens up and he goes, jambalaya.
And Vinny, he does a little jump up in the air, then scurries off. Newman.
That is the best freaking episode.
Hello, Newman.
Newman is hilarious.
Oh man.
Jambalaya. Well, how about when they were making sausage in Jerry's fucking kitchen to that crazy music? Him and Kramer.
Yeah.
They had the sausage grinder. They were hanging it up like laundry in this.
He had sausages everywhere, bro.
They had that music, Tommy, like that. Dun, 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 and they were dancing.
Oh my god, it's so.
You remember when freaking Kramer tried to make the Jewish meal for Jerry's parents and like just destroyed his kitchen?
I
It was a great
meal remember, he made a whole meal in his bathtub while he showered.
Oh my god. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
remember the dude that was fixing his kitchen, and he kept asking him all the questions, and he's like, "Just figure it out." And he comes back, and there's this whole addition in his kitchen, like all these drawers, and he's like, "What the hell is this?"
You can. I'm sure people are going to fact check this because anything I say is fact checked. But did you know that Elaine, Louis something Dreyfus?
Yeah,
Do you know?
Dreyfus, Louise Dreyfus. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know her parents were like billionaires? Did you know
I
that?
always wondered, is she related to Richard Dreyfus? Probably not, right?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think so. That her parents were extremely wealthy.
Really?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true, and no, not Richard Dreyfuss. I've
Hmm.
thought the same
No on the
thing.
Richard. Okay.
But I totally
Richard's
thought the
funny,
same
man.
thing.
And dude, she was hot as fire, bro.
Like
I'm
that
sorry.
movie Down and Out in Beverly Hills
Yeah, she was
with
cute.
Dreyfus. That's
She
a
was
funny
cute.
fucking movie, man.
Great
Hey, she
flick.
was.
With Nick Nolte is he's the homeless guy. They try to bring him in.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a kid watching Seinfeld, and she was one of the first actresses that I was like, now that looks like somebody I might be able to get with one day.
That's it.
She didn't play like a productive
Tell me,
person.
rich parents too. I need to go back in time.
Yeah.
And you know, the writer was Larry David, who did Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is another one.
Oh, I like him. I relate to him.
He's funny. Yeah.
It's gonna be a show about nothing. What do you mean?
That's it.
Show's about nothing.
Nothing. I have the entire seasons of Seinfeld. And I have the entire season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I got so into the whole Seinfeld
You
genre.
gotta see the baby.
Look, the baby. Look, Jerry, look at the baby. And the baby was ugly as hell. Like, remember the shrinkage? Remember when Kramer caught the lobsters and he got in trouble with the warden?
In the back, there's a different name coming up on your
What is
account.
it?
So
What is
can
it?
you? I'll just use the overlay. Fuck it.
What is it, Jeff? Let's have some fun.
We'll
real quick.
find
Let's
out.
spike. Let's spike
Guess
that.
guess the suspicious panelist. Are you there?
It's me. Yeah, it's me. You're good.
All right.
That's it. That's right.
Man of 10,000 accounts.
It is the gimp of the hour. Bring out the gimp.
Is the
Oh, he's got the
you're calling me a gimp, Mike? Fucking
you're wearing
faggot,
a-
Mike?
Well, I'm not. Well, you should watch that word. Yeah, you should kind of watch.
I can use
the
that
language.
word all I
Is this
want,
real drama
bitch.
or pretend drama? Because it's not.
I'm
Don't,
sorry. Are you cursing
Amen.
at me? Are you
don't
cursing
lead
at me?
with this.
Are you cursing at me?
Bitch. Shut up, Mike, you faggot.
Whoa! Whoa!
Were we talking about movies or something?
We
Hey,
were,
you
I
guys
was,
remember Gary Shandling show, or is that a false
Oh,
memory?
yeah.
Oh my God! I never understood why he was funny.
yeah, that guy was. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. He wasn't funny to me. I
But
mean,
the best
not to
theme
me.
song. This is
I
the
like
Gary Shandling show. The
He's
Gary
alright.
Shandling show.
It wasn't great though, you know.
Anyway, just trying to derail to the right a little bit, to the left.
I think when it's just like music, I can't sit here and say that I'm a rock fan or a rap fan. I think there's good in all genres. So when it comes
Okay.
to comedy,
You
it's
like
like,
all
okay,
kinds of music then?
maybe comedy, it's a genre, but at the same time, I think each comedian that's worth a damn, or they have to be themselves. And I thought Gary Shandling did a good job.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
comedy music, though? Like Weird Al Yankovic, Dr. Demento.
Weird Al had his own thing, you know.
I grew up on Weird Al, and we loved it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
He was
he was
like-
more novelty to me. Like, it's not a genre I think I could immerse myself in.
No, I know. I'm just being a weirdo.
But
But I
parody-
definitely appreciate that there's a Weird Al out there.
Yeah.
He's actually going back on Twitter.
Hebrew, he was trying to make a joke. I'm pretty sure because
Yo,
he's an icon.
He's going on tour, Spike.
But
you said?
if
Yeah.
people are that like on edge, I don't
Oh.
want to risk it today.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it ahead of time. I saw you and I let you on it. It's just not a good combination today. So
Yeah, he had that annoying song, right? This is the Gary Shandling show. The show, the Gary Shandling show.
oh my God,
Yes. Yes. Then he gets.
he's not up here. Mike's not on here.
What happened to him? You left?
Both of them, yes, both of them.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong. I remember those, and the Eddie Murphy albums and the Richard Pryor albums.
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy ones. Oh yeah, those were great. But Uncle
Yeah.
Gus, now that's a fire.
Hey, I remember when all that stuff went down with accusing Bill Cosby and the whole thing that he went through. But guilty or not guilty, you can't take away the fact that my parents had Bill Cosby on vinyl, and that was like my first taste of
My wife Camille.
comedy.
My wife Camille.
Yeah, I remember that. We had those records too. Let me tell you about my wife Camille. And Noah's Ark. He had what about Noah's Ark?
And my Jello pudding pops.
Hey, and I was a kid, so I didn't understand none of it. But when he said, "Dad is great," he gives us chocolate cake. I was like, I was a child, and that shit was blowing my mind. I didn't understand half the shit that was going on in the set. But when I heard chocolate cake, I was like, I love this dude.
Wait, is there something I don't know about the chocolate cake part? Or should I Google it?
Yeah, I don't know the whole joke, but I remember Dad is great. He gives us chocolate cake. I could be misremembering, but
Yeah, it wasn't a real. The only time I really liked Bill Cosby is when he was doing Fat Albert cartoons.
oh yeah, we watched that as a kid too.
Oh yeah, the Cosby Kids. That was like the first little set of freaks I remember seeing on TV. Like, what am I looking at? These they're so weird, but they're people. I
Hey,
related
and
to them.
Mushmouth is the reason why I wear my hat backwards, because I can go anonymous and just look through the hole.
The fact that you remember, I was trying to remember his name, dude. Bonus points for remembering.
And they had the
Mushmouth.
one that wore the hat all the way over his body.
I mean, I can't remember all their names, but like
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
said,
look 'em up.
when one character resonates with you, you
Mushmouth.
kind
Fat
of come.
Albert and the Cosby Kids. Let's
Wasn't
see
there a
what
yuck mouth too, Spike? With the dog, like he had a dog
Mushmouth.
house on his head.
Call me
Dumb Donald. Damn,
And he
you
wore a
couldn't get away
dog
with
house
this
on
today.
his head. All you saw was his eyes, and that was his power. He would take off his dog house. You wouldn't see his face. You'd only show him from behind, and he would just
Bucky.
take off the dog house, and anybody who saw him like froze or turned to stone and shit.
Oh, that was he looked like a yuck mouth, but that was Dumb Donald on Fat Albert. But yeah,
I think
Yuck
it was a
Mouth was a
cartoon, Catch the
commercial.
Pigeon, I think. Catch the pigeon.
Yuck Mouth was a commercial for brushing your teeth.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Don't be a yuck mouth.
They call me Yuck Mouth because
I was like, well, I hope there's not kids that still need to hear this, because that's a lot of years past.
But you know, even when you think about the different things that any one of them could have gotten bullied about at any given time, and you translate that to real life, you can still have faith, because even that misfit bunch, they were friends. Each and one of them had an entire team of friends.
The Cosby Kids.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were a group.
Yeah,
So
they
if you
were
look
they
at-
were like they were like the outliers before
Yeah.
we are the Cosby Kids. We are the modern day Cosby Kids.
And that's something that can be said about the things that kids get bullied on. It's like, yeah, I can see how that can affect the child, because then they focus on what they got picked on rather than
It
find a friend
can
that's,
if
hey, I'm
they don't
different
know
too.
how to stop it, or there's not adults around that can help them not internalize it. It can, yes, but I don't
Yeah.
think it has to if there's the right support or interventions when it happens.
But that's what I'm saying. If they can find somebody that looks at them and says, "Hey, that's okay. They pick on me too. Sit over here."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've got a dozen people. It's like this group picks on us, but we'll take anybody as long as you're not a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I was thinking of winding it down anyway and doing another little break. This evening is Survivor. We watch it live in about 4.5 hours. We'll be in the Discord. I will be probably watching some other shows before that, so if you want to join us there. I usually don't stream on Wednesday evenings because of Survivor, but I may do a late night stream afterwards if I still have
Yeah, I knew you were
wind.
trolling me. Just talking about food while I'm cooking, getting me hungry and hungry.
While you're cooking, like while you're about to make yourself some food to put in your
An
mouth, while
early
the rest
dinner
of
or
us
late
still
lunch.
don't have our lunch ready.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that a big deal?
Oh, by the way, hang on. Yeah, I'm putting Spike's channel. Spike went to the farmer's market the other day, and he made the coolest video. I don't know. It's just so pleasant to watch on my brain. I enjoyed this video so much. I'm going to post it. Support your local's farmer market. Enjoy Spike's work.
Thanks, bro. I regret making a quick edit.
It's truly one of my favorite videos of the week. Hey, Mike. And Mike, I'm wrapping up anyway. Let's just try to get another day. You didn't start anything, but both of you were involved in the interaction, so I just needed to clear it out. I think it was just a misunderstanding. Both of you are cool. Come back.
All right, cool, guys. I'm going to go finish my pasta Alfredo with the chicken.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and bounce too. God bless, guys.
All right. Take care. Sounds good.
Hey, everybody have a good evening, and thanks again, Jeff.
Yeah.
You too, Untrackable. Good to see you. All right. You have anything you want to end on? Are you there? You might be on mute. We can't hear you. I can hear noise. I just can't hear voice.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. No, everything's good, man. Everything's good. Just
All right.
I guess certain people have certain issues, but yeah,
I know. I realize that now. I'm just not gonna be able to have the two of you on the panel together anymore. I just have to remember.
Yeah, I have no problem with him. He was asking me to come on his panel, and I wasn't able to come on. His
Oh, that's
panel.
right. Did you ever go?
I went on one time, and it was just dead noise. I just left, and then all of a sudden,
recently, because he was trying to get you to
couple days
go do
ago,
a one-on-one.
There's something a little off there. I'm not sure what it is, but he came up.
Well, if y'all want, if y'all wanted to try to talk about it off stream and resolve it, if both of you were sincere, you think it's just a misunderstanding. I don't mind helping with that.
I said the GIMP because that's what's called the GIMP.
Right, that's what I thought too, because he had the little avatar that kind of looked like a GIMP
That's all
mask.
it is. And then you want
I
to
thought it was a little joke,
And
like,
he
oh,
was
the GIMP
saying-
is here.
But he was saying I was a faggot, and it's like, what? What
I
are you
heard all
talking?
that. That was bold to come do on my panel.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay, man. But like I said, I don't need to speak to someone that way. Like I said, I can go wherever I want to go. But like I said, nothing against
But
you.
yeah, I
Jeff.
forgot. Like y'all were supposed to do a stream. It seemed like y'all were at a point where. So I don't know what happened, but
that ship has sailed.
if y'all want to talk about it off stream or something, I don't
I'm good.
mind.
I'm good.
Like,
I'm good. Like I said, I was on his I was in his chat saying, hey man, go for it. Be a chef. Go just positive stuff. But him to come up and like snap on me because I said GIMP because
yeah, and you know what? We only saw that one little snippet, so who knows what was going? Who knows the context? I don't know
Then
what's
he was
going
saying
on with
that I
his
was-
day or his background.
Then he
So
was
I'm
saying-
willing to give all of it the benefit of the doubt.
No. I said Hebrew, and then he said, well, you said my real name, you mother effer. I'm like, no, I didn't say your real name. I don't know what you're talking about. He seems kind of disheveled, unhinged. But
Well, no. Nah. We not get into that. He's not even here. So we saw what
But
happened,
someone-
and we'll deal with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
from there.
It's not what I want to be a part of. And if that's how it's going to be, then I'll just
don't.
take my stuff elsewhere. But hey, Jeff, listen, man. Well, sorry, I had a sneeze. Little sneeze fit.
Oh my God! You sleep this. Use your
I'm
elbow.
allergic to-
I used to
I'm
work in
allergic to-
healthcare.
Yeah, no, I had some pasta, and we put pepper in on top of our pasta, so I would sneeze.
All right. Well, at least wash the hand. Okay, he's
Okay.
backstage. Y'all want to try to chat for a second?
Oh, you could try.
Okay, let's try. Welcome back.
All right, I'm gonna be really calm right now. Hey, Mike, what's so off about me? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you think my issue
Wait,
is.
real quick before even that, did you do the panel show you were wanting to do at Mike? Did that ever happen?
No, I mean, I sat there and waited for him. He never showed up.
Okay. All right. The off thing, Mike.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
can
I
we
mean,
address that? What do you think is off about me, Mike? Since you know me so well, I'm curious.
okay, I didn't say anything's off about you. I said that it's a little strange that I said the GIMP
Oh, did
and
you
you're
say
wearing.
strange? Did I say that something was off?
Okay,
Like I'm off,
Well,
right?
it's something like
okay.
that. Like there's something
Look,
weird,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me
Oh,
ask you
some
something.
little
Well, that's
something.
all right. That's all right. Can you control your emotions and have a normal conversation?
Wait, no,
Hey, Mike,
he don't have to control his emotions. That's one thing that
I'm
does
calm,
not
Mike.
have
I'm
to
calm.
happen here.
so you're wearing. If this is calm, that's not good. So you're wearing a GIMP mask. So I said GIMP. And that's a GIMP mask that you have on in
Did
that
I have a
picture.
GIMP mask on? No, it's not.
Is
It's a
that what
fucking ski mask.
Right,
Do you
but
know what
I
a
could
ski
see
mask is?
how I could be taken for a gimp mask.
Mhm.
Like I think it was innocent enough. I really do.
So I'm supposed to know that that's what he meant. When I come up and
No,
he calls me, he
no,
goes, "Hey, Gimp."
no.
You think I'm supposed to know that?
That's why I
No,
think it's a
come on.
misunderstanding. That's all I think this is.
If someone came up on a panel, I was like, "Hey, Gimp," because they have a picture with a ski mask on, and you wouldn't expect that person to be like, "What the fuck are you talking to?" You know what I mean? Like what? Like
Not on my panel. Not people that have been hanging out with each other in harmony
so
for a
Mike.
while.
So every time Mike says something, we're all just supposed to shut the fuck up and let it happen, right?
No,
Who
but
was
y'all are not
we?
supposed
So
to let the
who
drama
no,
happen
so
that
who
happened
is
today with the
hold
faggot
on.
and
So
all that
who
other
is
stuff.
yeah. So who is we? Are you
Everyone, the
Everybody, every
equality
time,
under
Mike,
the law.
every
The
time
rules
you get
apply to
fucking
everybody.
punked out, every time you get punked out on this panel, you get a pass. You get a pass. It's like everybody stop, leave Mike
No,
alone.
I kicked him off today. There's been plenty of times where he gets
Okay, is
kicked.
Mike blocked in the chat like me?
You're blocked?
Yeah, I got blocked.
Oh, you just got timed out for that one
Because
comment. That's it.
you were saying stupid stuff.
I who timed me out?
Me, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And it's just for a few minutes like it, you should be able to come back and like you probably might even be back now.
Mike, you just hide behind your protection and like you just act
But
like a
I
little
thought y'all
punk.
were cool. Like I thought the fact that y'all were
I
hanging
am
out here
cool
for a
until
while
Mike
and that he
crosses me.
was
Mike crosses me all the time. I try to be cool with Mike all the time. Then he does this little smart ass remarks and shit just to piss me off. And then he thinks it's funny when I get fucking pissed off because you know he's going to come right back the next day because you don't punish Mike, you punish everybody else.
well, I'm not here to. I'm not able to parent. I'm not here to punish anybody.
Yeah,
But
I think that's okay. That's okay. And I think and
maybe the thing to do is just. I thought relations were better between the two of you than it appears that they are. So I think the thing to do in the future is just not have the two of you on the panel together.
What I
So
think
if you're here, I won't let him on. If he's here, you're just gonna have to sit backstage for a while.
that's okay. Jeff, I think that I'm much more popular, maybe in the panel verse, and he gets mad because he
I
offered.
don't even want to like speculate.
That's
I don't.
okay. He
He's
would
not
outright.
here. He's not
Yeah,
here.
I'm just
We
saying.
talked about it. He's not Mike. He's not
Uh,
here. He's not
trying to
here.
address this. Trying to address
It's
this, but
nothing to address. I'm just gonna keep
yeah,
the two of you off the panel. If
you
y'all want
don't
to
have to.
address your stuff
You
off
don't have
stream
to.
and y'all want help doing that, I don't mind trying to like mediate or
Sure.
something. But outside of that, address that off stream.
When he came on your panel with the
But
curses, that's
Mike, what I
that's
just
out of
say?
line. Yeah, that's out of line. And like I
Just
said, you do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna wrap up anyway. So
no problem. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you talking to me. I put that back there if you want to message me. My time is, I think, very limited on YouTube. I'm getting tired of the shit. I'm just getting over it.
take a mental
Um,
health break. I'm serious. Like
yeah,
that
I think
always helps me when I do it. If I take like even a day where I don't even look at YouTube, I come back
yeah.
like
Well, I
balanced and
switch.
recharged.
I'll switch to another not a panel verse. I'll switch to another genre. I'll go over to somewhere else.
Like another sector.
Yeah, another sector, as you would say, and and
Yeah.
kind of leave it because when I first came on your panel, Jeff, I loved the refreshness of non-drama.
Well, I think
Loved,
we still have that. I mean, we're
yeah,
the
I loved it. That's what attracted me to your panel because you were. It's not you. It's just other people coming up trying to bring all their personal drama on your panel. But listen, you're going to continue to grow. You're going to continue to do what you got to do, and I'm going to do what's best for me. But I always appreciate you, man. But I just think
well,
tonight was unwarranted attack on me because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything to warrant that kind of
I
response.
think it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's okay. But listen, get some rest, do your thing, and I'm going to evaluate what I want to do. And that's not a threat or anything against you. I would never do
I think that's a
anything.
very empowered solution. I think like
Yeah,
taking a break or finding other panels to chill out on. I
yeah,
think that's an excellent an
yeah.
example of self determination and autonomy.
And I wish you the best, man. I wish you continue to grow and do your thing. So,
Okay.
but there's no negativity there. Nothing negative at
I
all.
don't have any.
Yeah. So you take care, Jeff. Have fun. Do your thing. Keep rocking out into 2024, my friend. All right. Keep doing it. Keep going.
You too,
All right.
Mike, and
Uh,
we'll see you again.
I'll take care of you, man. Take care, man. I'll see you later.
Take care. All right. All right. What's up?
Hey Jeff, how you doing? I was hoping to just talk to Mike there for a second.
Oh, I wasn't sure if
Oh,
you were here for him or so I
no,
let him
that's
go
fine.
first on purpose.
No, you're good. I'm sure he's listening. I know Hebrew Operator. I've known him for a couple of years. I know there's some kind of turmoil between them. I was going to suggest to Mike, I think he knows where Hebrew Hammer Operator's channel, you've shared it out, right? Before his channel's growing.
Yeah, like
400.
about a week or so ago. In fact, I'll share it now.
Yeah.
About a week or so ago, he was going to have Mike on, and they were going to have like a
Right. Yeah. And I don't
so
think
I don't
that
know what happened from
transpired.
there.
Yeah, I don't think it happened.
Okay.
But I was going to maybe suggest that maybe Mike goes over to his channel sometime, and then maybe they can hammer it out there together.
And if they like, I'll even go on if they want. Like,
Yeah, that might be an idea for all y'all.
I don't
to do.
mind.
I don't
but
know.
I
what's
just
all
know
up.
they're not supposed to bring it here. That was part of the deal. And
I get it.
So,
I don't know what's going on. I can't speak to it. I think that maybe if they talk it out, maybe they can come to some mutual understanding or just an agreement. I don't know.
I think it's worth a try if they decide that's what they want to do.
Yeah, and you know, is I don't know if Hebrew's in your Discord server. Maybe y'all can. I don't know if Mike's is he on Discord.
I don't think Mike's on Discord, but I think he
All right,
is.
scratch that. So maybe go in the VC and hammer it out there.
Yeah, I don't think Mike uses Discord.
Okay, so I'm in your server, so.
But they can even do like a private stream. They don't have to broadcast it. They can just
That's
pull
true.
up StreamYard.
Yeah, I've done that before with people myself. So I don't know. I don't know what's. I think I don't know why Mike was going to get honest with the arrangement they had going on there. If he was going to interview him,
I don't know. But since neither one of them are here, I don't want to speculate too much about that.
Nah, I don't either, dude. I was just going to suggest maybe they can go on his channel. They could go on my channel. I'm going to be live tonight myself for a little while.
Oh, okay. Let me drop yours too.
At 8:30. It's going to be my backup channel. It's going to be like the @HonestAbe.1, I think it is.
Oh, let me see if I have that one.
Like,
can you
it's
drop
the
it in
other-
the private?
Yeah, let me go grab it.
All right. Yeah, if they want to do drama on another channel and then want me there to kind of help facilitate, I don't mind doing that at all. I just don't want it on this channel. Or if we're going to do it on this channel, I want it to be done in a healthy way that we can learn, and that just wasn't happening today.
Oh, I understand. I just got on here a little bit ago, so I just caught that. Anyway, there's my channel that I'm going to be on tonight.
Oh, okay.
But
here's
you know.
here's Abe's channel, y'all. He's gonna be on live too, so you can check him out.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
And
both
I
wanna-
probably won't be around tonight, so these are some
Yeah.
alternative panels that y'all can check out.
Right. Oh, maybe they want to make an arrangement of his channel, Hebrew, because Mike doesn't go live. So I thought, Hebrew would be the next stop. If they don't want to talk there, they can talk on my
They
channel. I
have
don't care.
yours.
I'm not even monetized or anything. Not into that.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there, but
Yeah,
hopefully
I
they
think
can
that's
work it out.
that's a good offer.
Yeah. Other than that, how's your happy hump day today?
That was pretty good.
Is all good?
I've enjoyed my day.
All
I
right.
love
What's for
doing
supper
this.
tonight?
Well, it's Survivor, so it's probably going to be pizza night.
Oh, I
So
just
TV and
I'm
pizza.
doing that tonight myself. Yeah. Do you do you order out? Just make your own? With a frozen one? What do you do?
Yeah, I stick it in the oven.
All right. So what kind of pizza you like?
Whatever's on sale.
You're like me too.
They change it. It changes each week with the sales.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like. It's all frozen pizza. None of them are. I would say I love them.
They're all right. Have you tried
California
delivery?
Pizza Kitchen does okay stuff.
Yeah.
Like compared to the
All right.
restaurant version.
Do you like DiGiorno?
I do buy DiGiorno, and actually, California Pizza Kitchen is one of their brands now. They're
That's
part of
right.
the
It is.
DiGiorno
Yes.
company.
Well, if you try DiGiorno, if you spend an extra that's like a couple of bucks. You can get the stuffed cheese.
I haven't
one,
tried
and
that
then
yet.
get.
I've
You
seen
like
it.
that?
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
worth? Is it worth? It
I
feels
think
so
it is.
decadent. Pizza Hut used to have that. We'd get
They
it, and it just
did.
felt so
Man, they
like
did.
pizza's decadent enough, and then to have
Right.
this with the garlic dipping sauce on top.
You know what
It's
would
like
be
an
best?
extra layer.
Oh,
It's
hell
like the
yeah,
people
man.
that eat the fried sandwiches.
We're talking a language I speak, right? So the Pizza Hut pepperoni is like the best, right? It's really crispy. It's really seasoned. It's great. So you get extra pepperoni. Then you take a trip over to Little Caesars to get the crazy bread. Although I do like Pizza Hut's bread.
Crazy
still.
bread. Oh my God! Do they
Yes!
still have that? And does it still taste the same?
It still does, and yes, they do.
All right, I need that blast of nostalgia soon.
Oh, it is so good. But I do like. Do you remember when Taco Bell had the mini pizzas? And
Yeah. Oh my God! I love the
Yes!
taco, the taco pizza, the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. That's what it's
There's
called.
yeah, they had the Mexican pizza, and then they also actually, because this is the same company, they had the Pizza Hut pizza too, the mini ones, right? The mini ones with the 3 breadsticks. It was a meal
With the
It's like-
at Pizza Hut or
at
Taco Bell?
At Taco Bell. This is almost like 20 years ago, dude. So
I don't know. I never got the combo meals because I never drank the soda, so I just
right.
got all my stuff a la carte.
All right, here's one for you. Have you ever had a McD's McDonald's pizza?
I remember them, but I don't think I. There was a time when I had stopped eating McDonald's. In fact, I haven't been into one in like 20 or 30 years, so it might have been during that window.
Yeah, I like their breakfast, the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, or the McGriddle. That's what I'll do. Right?
I remember the McGriddles.
You don't like those?
I remember them. It came in the big styrofoam trays with the cover.
That's right. A long time ago. So lots changed since then, all right? So that's some
I
good
would
eating
even.
right
I'm
there.
gonna. You know what? I am going to have to go visit a McDonald's and stream it because I'm sure it's like not a time. What's the opposite of a time capsule? It's probably like an entire. I'm working off of the McDonald's of like 30 years ago, and so if
Yeah.
I were going to a modern day McDonald's, I may not even recognize it. I need to go stream that.
Probably not. Remember when they used to like deep fry their French fries in the beef grease? You remember that?
I was the
Yeah.
fry guy. I worked at McDonald's for a month, and I was the fry guy.
Okay. So was they doing that when you were using like the vegetable oil or
I
whatever?
think so. I don't remember, but I remember you had to put them in the machine and you had to salt them, and I love
That's right.
salting the fries.
And the fries today are like dry. They're hard. They actually add a little bit of sugar, I think, on them. A little bit of taste to it.
What?
Because they're trying to make them healthier, right? They try to make them healthier. They're really dry and hard. They don't have a lot of
I
flavor.
don't want
to them
healthy McDonald's fries. That's why if I wanted healthy fries, I'd go somewhere else.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Oh my God.
Jesus. Get the Happy Meal, then you get the little like apple or whatever is in a bag or something.
When they say getting old suck, I thought they meant like physically as your body deteriorates.
Oh, well,
no, it's psychologically. It's going to fuck with your mind.
They used to have the vanilla chocolate swirl ice cream cones. Remember those?
Yeah.
Now it's just vanilla ice cream. You could get the hard.
It was the soft serve, and they had the chocolate
soft serve
or the vanilla, or you could get the both.
The swirl, which I used to get, and then you could get it dipped in the
chocolate.
The chocolate, which like the malt or whatever it is stuff.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call good eating. Not healthy though, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what their salads were probably pretty healthy, but outside of that, I don't know what at McDonald's was healthy.
Yeah, that's probably about it. They did have some healthy salads. I'll give them that. Like pizza, used to have the pizza bar, and there was salad there too, right? There, Godfather's Pizza. Did you remember that?
Oh yeah, we never went because it was so dark in there. Like
It
they had
always
the
was.
lights
Yes,
off and
they
you
always
couldn't
kept it that
see.
way. It was, but they had a little pizza bar thing, and they had some awesome pizza. So I missed that. you know. So
And then they had a place called Burger Chef and Jeff.
Yes.
And you would get a plain hamburger, and they had a fixings bar in the middle, and you would go make your own hamburger. And so my mom loved that because she could order the same thing, and we could go make it how we wanted it.
Yeah. I don't. There's not one of those around where I'm at, but I've been to one of those. Yeah.
Oh, I'm from the South. Is he a talker? I know what to do with talkers. I know a Southern goodbye.
That's Tommy. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Anyways, I know you want to be ending this thing, so I just want to get up and say hello really quickly, and maybe I'm just going to suggest that maybe the two gentlemen go to Hebrew's channel or whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever
so
they want to know.
tonight, like Hebrew might be streaming. Abe said he's going to be streaming, and if Mike and Hebrew want to go on one of those and try to work out their drama,
Yeah,
I
the
think that's a
differences,
good
whatever they
idea.
want to do.
As long as it's healthy. If it starts to degrade, just just like back off and try again another day.
Yeah, maybe sometime
Because
they
they were
could.
doing well for a while on here. I
Yeah,
saw it. That's why I let them on together because they seemed to like it. There did not seem to be much of an issue.
yeah. I know there's a lot of history with Mike and stuff, but and I get all that.
Well,
And then I think
there's Mike. There's Mike has a YouTube history like we all do.
right.
But the reactions that are happening to it is not Mike. That's happening. They need to own that and own the accountability for that because not
Yeah, I think
everybody's having the same reaction to Mike that they are,
for Hebrews, like
and
his
at the
defense,
same
I think
level.
yeah, I think like Hebrew feels like he doesn't get a chance to have like a fair shake on here with him. Maybe
I
you know what I
think
mean?
I think he had, but today, what kind of fair shake was I supposed to give when it just
I don't
descended
know.
so
That
quickly
was
into that kind of rhetoric? There was
yeah, that
not
was a
even a
that's a tough
moment for
one.
me to step in and try to give a fair shake.
Yeah, I know.
It
So
spiraled so
I don't
quickly.
know. Maybe I don't know the answer, dude. I really don't know.
It was like
Well,
gimp, faggot, done, over.
yeah. Well, you're a counselor, right? That's
Peer
not
counselor,
me.
yeah.
That's not me. So I don't know. I really don't know, man.
Well, that's why I offered if they want if they want me to try to dip my finger into it, I'm
Maybe you
willing
can
to.
maybe you can help them. I don't know. Maybe I
So
don't
we'll
know,
see.
man. Just spitballing here. So, anyways. Well, I
All
know
right.
you're almost up to 3 hours, sir. Thanks for letting me up. It's good talking to you again. And
You too.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
drop
great to
by
be.
anytime we're on. Drop by, join the
Yeah,
panel.
man. You know I've been around. You see me in your chat. I'm one of the green guys. So go green. That's my favorite
Right.
color.
Yes, go green. We have memberships. If you don't have one, or if you want to buy them for your friends, it creates new outliers, so we can start to take over the world and normalize things like
And
everybody else is
there is a
doing.
book. Yeah, there is a book called Outliers. Have you ever read it?
There's probably several. Let's
Yeah,
see.
there's a one I read in college. I remember that. Anyway,
The
cool.
factors that. Oh, Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah,
That's it. That's the
yeah.
book right there.
That's the
That's
good
it.
kind of outliers.
Yeah, it's an interesting read. I don't know. I don't really agree with all the theorem in it, but it's an interesting way. It's an interesting way of looking at life and how we sharpen our skills and all that stuff, and what makes us us if we practice. I say practice makes perfect anyway, but there is no such thing as perfect, as we all know, right? So,
Um, no, not usually. Not for most people.
nah.
At least it's not a goal. I don't think it's a realistic goal. Hey, Sam, I'm wrapping up.
Samsonite. Been out there for a long time as an OGer. All right. All right. Well, Jeff, I'm gonna let you get out, get you doing anything, and enjoy the rest of your night. All right.
You too, Abe. Take care.
All right.
We'll see you again.
Take care. Thanks for letting me on. Peace.
Yeah, rewind about 20 minutes or so. There was a little drama burst, but I think it'll be okay. Anyway, I'm going to go and start my non-stream life day, and we'll be in the Discord in about 4 hours watching the new episode of Survivor. If you need to see the first one, they're only one episode in. So if you need to see the first one, I don't mind rerunning it beforehand, so let me know. Other than that, we'll see you, if not late tonight, then I'll be back tomorrow. So take care. Have a good night in the Panelverse. There's going to be several people streaming tonight. And we'll be in Discord. All right, take care.